we were pulling into port, we were pulling their two ships with us, and two other ships joined us. I think it was called the Rose and something else.
The Ruby and the Crimson Tides.
So that you go, Ruby and Crimson Tide, and they told us that one of the ships belonged to some other captain that's in Bilgewater that we'll have to probably sell it back to him. And they didn't say anything about the other ship. And now we're at the dock waiting to debark, whatever you want to call it. We're on Bilgewater to get a weapon made, find out information about the lady in the locket, and get supplies. Get supplies to go up to Ionia.
Okay.
We've been boarded by a couple of pirates.
Oh, I thought we were bored by somebody.
One's a pirate woman with blue hair and an eye patch on her right eye, and the other one's a man with emerald green hair and an eye patch on his left eye.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets an eye
That's
patch but me.
And they are both part of the Emerald Company.
One stepped off from the Crimson Tides, the other one from the Ruby, and they both.
Oh, that nice emerald
onto
guy
our
from the
ship.
cooking channel?
Yeah, that one.
What?
Talking about Emerald Chef.
That's what she said.
Just Taoisms.
That's fair enough.
Let's see.
Can't really say Taoism because that's actually a thing. It's a religion in the East.
Yeah. Chinese Taoism.
Deep blue hair, emerald hair. Yep, I guess that was everything.
Kind of.
We've also got some stuff to divide up between us.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Just try not to hold it against me.
I won't. You get a D6 because you did decent.
Oh, thanks.
So you guys are brought to shore with the accompaniment of these two pirate captains, it seems. They dock the ship. You guys are escorted off. And the good old boy, the giant turtle, Galthak, will thank you one final time with a wave of his fin from the water, and then begins departing, and he will leave the two ships. If you want to repair the one and keep it, you can. The other one, if you want to return it, you totally can.
I think we should repair it and keep it. The other one, we should return it.
None of us have sailing skills, so why don't we trade it to the person we're going to give it to for passage to Ionia, or for just free passage forever? Because that's good too.
To where?
Ionia.
Ionia.
You say it your way, I say it mine.
Either one's acceptable. No wrong answer with that one. So, you are left at a port. There's a gentleman who steps forward about 4.5 foot tall with a powder wig on, a strange buckled jacket, and he's kind of presenting himself taller than he obviously is. And he has a overly large quill, as well as a scroll, and he is writing and walks towards you. He goes, I see. 2 ships? How long are you staying?
Forever.
In perpetuity. Noted.
No, I'm not staying forever.
Redacted. He crosses it off.
I do apologise. You should probably disregard anything that man says because he's very strange.
Also acknowledged and noted. So again I ask you, how long are you docking your ships?
We're just here for a few days. I can't see it being more than a week, but I mean, if we need to let people know that we're staying for longer, if that happens, then we can.
Shall I quill you down for 7 days?
7 sounds fine, Bernie.
7 days, magnificent. All right, 2 ships, 2 shorelines. That is 4,000 gold pieces for the week. And he starts pointing the quill at all of you.
It's safe to say we're not paying.
4,000 gold each.
No, for both.
Oh, we're giving that one
We-
back.
One ship for ours.
These ships we believe to be from here. We were boarded by pirates across the ocean, and these ships were both being these were the ships that the pirates came from.
He's slowly rolling up the scroll and just has the quill underneath his chin, listening to you. Kind of does a light yawn.
We brought them to Bilgewater, hoping to find the captains of the ships, or the owners, or whatever. I mean,
so they're not your ships.
they're not our ships. We rescued them from pirates that we'd managed to defeat, and I mean, I don't know if the crews are dead or if they're here, but I mean,
The lady with the one that stepped off of the ruby goes, "It would be wise of you to not say much further. He's trying to catch you in a technicality so that he may claim the ships. You might be careful."
okay.
And she tosses a bag at him and says, 4,000 gold pieces for 7 days. Do not worry about your stupid paperwork.
I like her. You're
And
fun.
he bows low and she goes, "That girl, come with me. You are going to get yourselves in trouble if you do not learn how to talk around here. We have very specific rules."
Wow.
Do we have to get an accent? Is that?
No.
Oh, okay.
The other man goes, "It is wise that you listen to her. She is very knowledgeable."
Okay.
I have the intelligence and the wisdom to listen. I just don't have the charisma to talk. So we're following her?
Yep, she goes, "Welcome to the coast. This is the Whistling Donkey, as you are to recognize." And she points at the ship that's on the screen here. "You will find most of what you are looking for here. What is it exactly that brings you here? And where did you find that ship?" She points at the one on the left that's a little more intact.
It found us.
The Brindleville? Or the Voice of Reason?
Would be the Voice of Reason, I believe.
There were some people, they pulled up along next to us. They wanted to have a nice, pleasant party, and then they left.
Make a deception check.
They were fish people. They were pirates, and they attacked us. So we attacked them back. And then
They were pirates and you attacked them.
no,
like-
they boarded our ship and attacked us.
Pirates like he and I, or pirates like something else?
You're
Like
not
watch-
fish
like
people,
walking
so-
They
fish
were
pins?
fish people. They were.
You are fine then. They are not pirates. We call them raiders.
Raiders.
If you are to assault another fellow pirate crew, you would be held in contempt for that, especially in these parts of Bilgewater. We have very specific rules against engaging one another. That's why I was worried. But if it was just fish people, you're fine.
Yeah, they were fish people. There were no.
They are not protected under our pact.
Mhm. And anyway, I mean, they attacked us first anyway, so if
Indeed,
anything, they
that
would be the ones who were breaking the law, not us.
more so of an argument in your side, oui. Très bon. You will find who you are looking for in there, I'm sure. Most of us spend our time in the Whistling Donkey.
Why is
If you have
donkey
any
whistling?
problems, don't ask, don't
Hold-
tell.
Um,
Yes,
Mm.
did you have a question for me?
yeah, we have been asked to look for somebody at the Whistling Donkey.
And who is it?
Varys Morningtide?
Ah, yes, I know of the person you are speaking of.
Yeah, a friend of ours told us to look for him when we arrived.
Look in the back right corner. He is a drunkard. Has been for many decades.
Aren't we all?
Well, speak for yourself, Mr. the Dow.
So where are we walking off
Anyways,
to?
best of luck to all of you. And she pulls her hat off and bows and leaves you to it.
I will bow back and say, have a good day. Thank you. Not sure why she paid that money to that dude, but
Good question.
Maybe that she's trying to steal a ship because she has proof that she paid for it.
maybe. So is that her ship now? I don't know how this works.
No,
I think-
she just paid for your docking.
Mhm.
They're owned by whoever previously owned them. That weren't fish people.
More important to get in the Whistling Donkey than worry about ships we not too worried about?
hmm Yeah, but if a complete stranger pays your 4,000 gold docking fees, that makes me wonder why. In a place where people don't really give money away.
She saw Nog and she went hubba hubba hubba.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
That must have been
Must have
nothing
been.
else. Couldn't have been anything. That is the only answer.
Absolutely. So she
So-
said Varys Morningtide was like a drunk? A drunkard?
He is a drunkard.
Okay.
Has been for the last few decades. So you guys go into the Whistling Donkey? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Your choice. The world is your oyster.
I mean, we should probably look for Varys Morningtide. Mary said that he would be able to help us.
Nice. What's your passive perception, by the way?
17.
17? Okay. You do see some individuals as you guys are crossing through a smaller trade village here. There are a couple younger individuals that are eyeing you guys up and down, looking for possibly things to take off of you, pick from you.
Can I use my climate studded leather to make me look like I'm wearing kind of like ragged clothing rather than anything that's decent? So I just
Sure.
look like a regular old poor person.
They're more, I will say, because you got a 17, you said, they're more looking at Amorous specifically, who has that long, elegant blade very much protruding and prominent.
You could stash it there, right? Have you got a
Very
proper
much
holding
has
or
that
anything?
displayed, so.
stash it? No. Why would I have to stash it? Just because they're looking at it?
All right. I'm just trying to not attract too much attention to us.
Man, you can tell this is not like the last drop.
Yeah.
Tallulah, you haven't even got in the bar already and you're disheveled.
Cheers. Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go into the back and find a seat to sit down.
Okay.
Just to chill.
Nog will scoot around the other side trying to beat her to the seat.
Okay.
I will sit in Narg's lap.
Go and make a dexterity check, Narg. See if you can beat her to it. And the place is relatively packed. There are individuals drinking and having fun. You do see multitudes of individuals playing various different gambling games in each of the separate respective tables.
You rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Amorous, you go to sit down and you feel something warmer and softer than you expect.
What?
Woohoo! They got warm cushions, y'all.
It's Dow's lap. I assume it's warmer.
Hey, Amorous. About time you got
Hopefully
here.
it's soft.
It's about time I did what now?
About time you arrived.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Hell,
I am.
Barkeep, too.
I did it. No, I'll get up and go sit next to Narg.
Nog will move his shield over his lap.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Narg. You hailed the bartender. He will look at a woman who's leaning up against one of the stationary beams, and he nods to her, and she pulls 2 glasses off of a shelf and walks over to the taps, fills them both, slides them to you and to Amorous, and says, 5 gold.
6 gold is what I put down.
Ooh, big spender. And she grabs it rather deftly and looks to you and just says, new around here, I take it?
I'm just new in general.
I don't have time or consideration to unpack that.
I think we should just try.
That's alright. I noticed you got the glasses from the bottom shelf. I'm a little saddened.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the dirty ones? And she points at the top where they're covered in dust.
Well, hold on. Don't. We gotta clean it first because it's dirty.
You're not going to clean this bar, too.
These cups they're clean enough.
I will wipe the table instead.
The table is gritty and grimy and has
Yep.
seen its better days.
I will be wiping the table in front of me, trying to keep it clean. Narg, don't eat there, and I'll clean in front of him.
So you're cleaning and he is splashing cash around in this place.
Uh-huh. Where are you?
6 gold.
Not anywhere near you two, clearly, because that is just, I mean,
There you go. Here's a picture you can stare at while we're talking.
I will walk past and say, don't be too flashy. You don't want people to think that you've got money here and or that you're
There's
fussy.
a gentleman with a tall hat that walks by and goes, she's right, lad. Might be kind to listen.
And then I'm gonna.
Would it be better to get 2 drinks, drink them, and sneak out the back door?
Mm-mm.
Well, then
What time of day is it?
You guys arrived midday.
I'm not saying
Okay.
don't pay. I'm saying don't give tips.
So right now we need to worry about finding lodging and then finding where we need to go for other things.
The gentleman with this hat pulls up a chair and sits next to you. It's the bartender. Says, we got rooms. You be wanting rooms, we'll get you a room. And don't worry, ain't no one gonna fuck with yous. You don't want to piss off the guy who's pouring the drinks, after all. And he glares at a couple of the nearby tables, and they immediately shoot their eyes to their game.
Where's Nice in all of this? What's he doing?
Learning to swim.
Swim?
Stones don't swim. Stones sink.
Can anybody disguise themselves as the pirate captain and get the map?
Dal, we can, but should we? That's the problem.
But it's probably a treasure map.
I mean, right, but we literally just got here, and we don't have friends.
We don't need to make enemies just yet.
You ain't making friends nor enemies. Got the owner of the establishment sitting here talking to you. Best that ya keep your eyes straight and narrow, eh?
While I'm cleaning the circle in front of me.
Dude, I'm not paying you to do that, just so you know.
You don't need to, thank you. Just so long as you don't get angry that I am.
Why would I be angry for free labor?
Nice. Do you want to come outside with me and see if we can find the man that Mimi asked us to look for?
My name's Harren Missvale, by the way. You need anything, what was that, Amaris? Was that what they said?
That's what they said.
Amaris? Harren Missvale, if you need anything, you ask me. Don't be taking any jobs from ne'er-do-wells, unless you be trusting who you're talking to.
Can't find any sliced cheese.
Okay. Sure. But right now I have to clean this table. It's sticky.
He'll hand you a rag that looks brand new and clean.
Yes!
He said it looks brand new and clean. He didn't say it was.
Happy to help. Anyways, you live in a liminal space outside of our rules and jurisdictions. So a lot of these people, and he leans in and says a little more quietly, a lot of these people be trying to hire you to break our rules for you. Be careful.
I think it's about time we get a list of these rules.
Standard issue anywhere else you'd find it. No killing, no murdering, no stealing other people's bounties. Pretty cut and dry. As long as you're within the Cimmerillion circle.
Now, when you say stealing other people's bounties, is that like bounty hunter, or bounty as in like stuff they pulled up out of the ocean?
Little bit of both. Lots of folks offer lots of money for lots of things to be dead. If it's being offered to someone else and you take it, you're held in contempt. Be very careful. And just because they look friendly, fair warning, they're probably not.
Well, maybe we should get rooms. Dow, should we get rooms? Narg?
I think I'll get a room by myself.
Rooms
like we should
Obviously.
rooms with a lock. 25 gold a night.
And what
That's
if we're gonna be
expensive.
here? What if we're gonna be here for 7 nights?
I cut it down to 15.
Does it come with food?
Libations. Sure.
all sorts of libations.
I don't know what you're propositioning, but you obviously don't know where you're at.
That's a normal Sunday.
I think it's Tuesday right now. He's thinking to himself.
Who cares what day it is? I'll give him 100 gold.
Oh, very kind of you, and he'll very quietly take it from you.
That's for the rooms. Just so that we're made of aware.
Right?
I told him how many you need.
Rooms plural.
Okay.
I said rooms plural.
You said rooms, but there's 2 of you, so he might think that you mean 2 rooms. So
At
that's
the
Well-
moment, he only assumes 2 of you, correct?
So, yeah, girls in one room, boys in the other. Unless you don't want to sleep in
Ooh.
the same room anymore, Tallulah.
Pause or talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
I don't mind. I mean, there's 4 of them and 2 of us, so I mean,
Boys, do you guys want a separate room each?
I don't mind sharing.
I think I'm gonna cuddle up with Kayandi.
Cool. Cool. So I totally only gave him 100 gold, and it was supposed to be 105. I think I'm getting the hang of this place.
Well, I think it should be 150. Wasn't it 15 a room?
hmm
I gave him 100 gold and called it for the rooms, plural.
but you didn't tell him how many rooms you want.
Poor guy
You
can't
probably
add.
should tell him that you need. Is
Well-
nice sharing with Yundi and Nog, or does he want his own room? Or
I can stand in the corner somewhere.
stand in
Yeah.
a corner somewhere?
The room's got 4 corners. I got the other corner.
I think 2 rooms will be alright, unless you want a separate room for chatting.
Yes, nice only really needs a chair that he can just sit in because he doesn't sleep, does he?
No, you.
No, I sleep sometimes. Not
Yeah,
often,
once every
to be
blue moon.
fair. hmm
For every 24 hours you live, you get a good 4.
On a good day.
There you go. Anyways, back at it.
Where's the next blue moon?
So we get 2 rooms.
In
It's just
in
me
Runeterra
and
or in real life.
it's just me and Narg over here, right at the table while
Yeah.
I'm cleaning. Okay. Hey Narg.
Yes, Amaris.
Do you understand any of the words that man used?
Don't talk to strangers. Don't take candy from interesting people because it might be poisoned.
Okay.
Watch your wallet. And I think the rooms come with rum.
Nice. You'll like that. You want mine? I don't
'cause
drink
that's
rum.
the only libation I think I know.
Awesomeness. Where's Yandi? I'm gonna look around for Yandi.
What are you doing, Yanni?
I guess I'm hanging out with Dow.
Oh, so you're at the table with us?
Just sitting there.
Can I look at Yandi and see if he looks any differently?
Why would I look
Why?
different?
Because, Morgan isn't doing too well.
Okay.
It's not unlimited. I'm sure we'd notice.
I want to see if I can tell if he might be.
Looks pretty normal.
Okay. I'm still going to look at him weird.
But then, Morgan looks normal too.
Your definition of normal and
may
my
never know.
definition are different.
You just may never know.
So I was looking weird at Yandi and then gave up and went back to cleaning.
Okay. There's a gentleman that'll bump into you while you're doing that and goes, "Oi, when you're done doing that table, might want to go do the head in the men's room."
That's your job.
From the looks of it, looks the other way to me. And he pulls up his pants and moves on.
I'm not touching that with a 50-foot pole.
I'm gonna dust off Amorous where that guy bumped into her.
Aw, thanks. Appreciate it, Narg.
Well, he did just come from the bathroom, and I don't think anybody here washes their hands.
Ooh,
It's a sink.
I don't think they can have a sink. Isn't that like
Mm-mm.
voodoo? Their boat will sink.
oh man. Stop.
It
Okay.
Yeah,
must
they only have
a
basins.
basin.
And you know those basins don't get changed out on the hour like they're supposed to. Blech.
But indeed.
Feel like you're getting contact tetanus just by sitting in the chair.
Oh no, I'm cleaning that too. And I'm
Not
gonna make
sitting on any chair.
Nog get up so I can clean his chair, and then I'm gonna make Yandi get up so I can clean his stool.
Servant lady, I'm gonna clean my tetanus I just got. Another ale.
While I'm looking around or cleaning around, I want to also look to see if anybody is specifically eyeballing us.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, not out of the normal. Like, everybody's going to be looking at the new folks, but like they saw us and now they don't want us to see them type people.
Shifty folks. Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
make perception or investigation check, whichever.
Who do you want?
Everybody
to
looks
stare at?
shifty.
He knows what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
help Amorous stare at people.
Do so with advantage then.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a dirty 20 without advantage.
Well, if he's helping you.
And then it's higher, 23, with
23.
help.
Okay. There is a hooded individual in the corner who's just kind of staring at you playing with a dagger.
Rudin?
No, it's not
No,
you,
he can't
Rudin.
be on this plane.
I mean, could be,
Um,
but it's not.
There's a guy in the corner playing with his dagger.
Because they only have meant to you.
Oh, that's a great song, dude. How far away is Tallulah from me?
Are they outside?
I
Lila
was
and Nice?
heading out the back with Nice.
Well, you don't want to go out the back.
No.
Out the back is into the water.
The man with the dagger alone.
It's hanging
Oh.
over the water. Their ship is in water.
I'll whisper to Narg and Yandi because we're at the same table. There's a guy back. Which corner?
Back left.
Back left corner, playing with a dagger, staring at us a little too hard. Can any of you read thoughts?
No.
Let me check the spells.
If he winks at me, I think I would get that thought.
He didn't
Well,
seem like
maybe-
he was making eye contact with you, Amorous. It's just the way he's playing with his dagger made you feel uneasy.
A passive perception of 23, though.
Is he sitting alone?
You're not inside. You're outside. Remember? Do you remember?
No, I can't detect his thoughts, but I can set him on fire.
Don't set him on fire.
Fuck's sake. Why am I in this place with these people?
Well, you're not. You're outside.
Yeah.
I think I will go over and talk to him.
No, Narg, don't do that.
So when he said he was at the back of the Whistling Donkey, did he mean he was in the back inside?
Yes.
He's in the back.
He's a
Because when you
drunkard.
said he was at the back, I thought you meant like out the back. Like, you know the guy at the pig pen that was out the back? And we
Oh, no,
took
no,
him
no.
inside?
He's in the tavern. You'll find
Okay.
him behind a menagerie of tankards and bottles. He's
That's
in
where
the
I'm
tavern
headed
drunk
then.
as hell in the corner.
We wouldn't have
Like
headed
the-
outside then. That's where we would have gone.
You're
We would have
fine.
like looked
Okay.
for him, even if
Yep.
we had to ask the barman first where Varys Morningtide is.
Mr. Heron? Yep.
Like, I'll see you guys going one way, and then I'll kind of like whistle to you guys to specifically Nice to look at the guy that I'm looking at, and hopefully he gets the connection.
I will say, Nans Dow.
I think I need to talk to this guy.
No, Narg, you don't. Trust me. Let
when the barkeep presented himself, he did tell you his name.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Karen Missvale.
misfailed. Yes,
Is it Mist Fail or Miss Fail?
misfail. He was a
Mist
woman once.
Vale.
Why does that name have to be familiar? Why is bells ringing in my head? What was the name of that dude? Not the dude. Maybe it was a dude. Oh, the chick in your necklace. What was her name? Yanti.
Where did I write it down?
I messaged you.
Nog really wants to go talk to the lady on the wall, but is afraid he'll wake up with nothing later.
That's the barkeep. Or not the barkeep, sorry, the waitress, and she's the one that brought you the beers prior. And she goes
He'll
back to
feel
leaning against the wall and just watching.
wake up very poor. Bruised and tied up.
Narg.
So long, and thanks for all the fish attached to your chest.
Joyra Windcaller.
Not her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Bernie. You sent it right before I went back all the way back and found
Okay.
it.
Sorry.
You keep such nice notes. Mine's on
Thank you.
papers. Mine's on
Thank you.
papers all over the place.
Hey, Nans.
Mm-hmm.
Think the facility.
The AI.
No. Elevator.
Was it the rogue? I
The
don't have my notes
assassin?
in front of me. Yeah. I don't have my
Her name
notes in
was
front of me.
Rowena Missvale.
We never got her surname. We only ever got told she was called Rowena.
Yeah, her name's Rowena Missvale.
That's her dad. Or her husband. Or her brother.
Go on, or her uncle, grandpa.
I was gonna get there. I was going there. Yep.
Third cousin twice removed.
Hey, Narc, why don't you go over there, hang out with the squirrely dude? He keeps staring at us too long. And then see if you can hear anything conversational wise while you're over there.
Woo, woo.
She was also a drow, right? Is this guy a drow?
Heron? No. Nope. Heron is a tan man.
Aren't they all?
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they
Human.
all?
No, human. A lot of the patrons in this bar are Tritons. Like a good quantity of them are Triton. The woman that's been serving you drinks is some sort of dark elf.
Her mom or her sister.
Go on. You want to do the other ones? Or her aunt? Or her cousin?
Her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Or her
I didn't even
niece?
think.
Or her second cousin twice removed.
Twice
from her
removed?
mother's side.
Yes.
Your
Yes, it
father's
could be.
uncle's nephews.
That's what it keeps reminding me of. My cousin's brother's nephew's. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Yes, it could be.
Narg, go over there and
Alright,
find some
so-
information out.
Going over to the guy playing with his dagger. Gonna walk up to his table.
Uh-huh.
There must be a good story behind that dagger. How about I buy us a few ales and you tell me about it?
How about you turn the other way and go back to your table?
I will turn around in a complete circle. I have turned the other way, and... Oh, I'm supposed to go back to my table, but I seem to want to know more about your dagger. Meanwhile, I'm listening to the other people around us.
Okay. What are you trying to listen for specifically? A lot of them are speaking about what sounds like Oh god, what's the game called? I gotta pull it back up.
Paijan.
No, it's
Ping pong.
Ship
Hi.
Captain Crew. Ship Captain
Mm.
Crew.
Oh, I know that game. Don't play that game, Narg.
They're seemingly speaking about Ship Captain Crew a lot.
Yeah. Well, look back at the grumpy guy and say, you don't have to be so grumpy. You can make friends.
Do I look like the kind of person who's friendly?
No, but everybody needs a narg in their life.
A narc?
Narg, you didn't pronounce it correctly.
Narg.
I see.
You don't
You
need
can
a,
see
you don't need
whipping
a narg in
or-
your life?
whipping around his hooded composure is a red pointed tail that grabs the dagger and slips it underneath, and he goes, "Why don't you do us both a favor? Go back to your chair and speak with your friend Amaris. Cool?"
But you have a tail.
And you have a death wish.
And he knows
Glad
your
we've
friend's
esta-
name.
Glad we've established the same important
No,
details about one
Dude,
another.
it's awesome. You got a tail.
How loud are you saying that?
No, I would come over
Yeah,
to
medium.
Narg.
Hmm.
Narg. I think it's time to leave the nice gentleman alone. Sorry, sir. He's very inquisitive. He's like a 4-year-old. Come on, Narg. Let's go drink some rum.
It was nice to meet you, sir, and I'm 5.
Oops.
And I think the dagger was wicked cool, and maybe someday you'll talk to me about it. But for now, I'm going to go back to my table. You have a pleasant evening without Narg.
Be seeing you soon.
Cool. He's going to meet me one day and talk to me about his dagger. as I
Well, he
walk
said
away.
soon, Narg, which means he knows much stuff that we shouldn't know. Before he completely walks away, Bryce, I'm looking at spells. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Amaris's name out loud before he said Amaris's name?
Not
No.
I.
Mm-mm.
So he
Unless-
knows Amaris's name?
Unless, he heard the bard keep saying it.
Might have.
Sure.
Yeah, but right now Amaris is under the assumption that he knows Amaris's name without anybody ever telling him.
He doesn't know Narg. Not nice. Gonna cry in my ale.
Oh, I love you, Narg. Don't worry. Here, have another rum. On me.
Oh, you're so kind.
Never mind, Bryce. I can't do it.
Okay.
You're good.
On you, like body shots, or you're buying?
I'm married, Narg.
Oh, okay, you're buying.
Yeah, I'm buying.
Thanks. Very
You're
nice.
welcome. And I'll slide Narg over 6 gold. Get as much as you want.
I'll wave timidly at the dangerous-looking person that serves us. And how many
Okay.
rums can I get for this?
How much?
6 gold.
She hands
Well, you
you
said-
one singular shot glass of rum.
And yet
Thank you,
earlier
Mr.
on, two, he said 5 gold for 2 rums.
Ales.
Ales.
Oh, was that ales?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think this
Alright.
place is reasonably priced.
This is really expensive.
It's stupid expensive, Narg.
Narg's drinking a little. He's happy.
It'll be fine, don't worry. Maybe the rest of the gang will figure something out while we sit here and clean and wait for them.
Speaking of which, going over to Tallulah Nice, what are you wanting to do? You said you were looking for
Varys
Mr.
morning
Varys.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
In the back corner on the right side, you can see, passed out with a large quantity of tankards surrounding, is a gentleman who's face down on the table, just snoring loudly.
Excuse me. Hello.
Still just snoring away.
Varys?
Poke him.
I'll poke him
Mm-hmm.
gently.
His hand comes down and claps the table loudly. He goes, "Don't touch my ales." I'll pay when I'm good well fucking ready to.
I don't work here.
And who the hell are you?
I'm a friend of Miri.
Mary fucking who?
You.
What?
Christmas.
I mean, me?
You got it. You got it.
He goes, "I don't know a Mary fucking me. Go away."
She said she did some work for you before.
I don't know who you're. And he falls back on the table and goes back to snoring.
Poke him harder.
Do you know Reynolds and Saphira?
Oh, now we're name dropping.
It's
How
Mary's
quietly are
parents.
you talking?
Oh, I'm not like trying to draw attention to myself, except him.
Okay. Just wondering. Okay, because he is out cold. He's still snoring.
I'm trying to remember Mary's full name.
Mary Merriweather?
Yeah.
Like her middle name or just Mary?
Sumerian. Sumerian Merriweather?
Mm-hmm.
I will tell him her full name.
He's still out cold.
Gotta poke him harder.
He's really drunk.
I might need. Can you get poison out of people?
I'm not that kind of healer. Yes, I
Okay.
think I might have it.
Okay.
I'm not a paladin.
No. But you are a cleric.
I am. And I'm assuming that you're talking to. Ooh, why'd you do that?
I did who do what?
My computer went and highlighted absolutely everything.
I love when that happens.
It is interesting too that you, because you brought back up Miri's full name being Sumerian.
Mm-hmm.
They said that as long as you don't do anything in the Sumerian circle, or as long as you're within the Sumerian circle, you cannot break certain rules.
Yeah.
So you're not sure. It might be a correlation. Miri may be named after that. You don't know.
Yeah.
Is alcohol poisoning?
Technically,
Okay.
alcoholism is a disease. That's for sure.
It's true.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's just protection from poison. I have detect. The spell that you're looking for, I have detect, but I don't have the one that cures it.
There's other ways to sober someone up without spells. Just want to point that out.
You can throw water on him.
It's a way.
I'm not going to throw water on somebody.
So this group is like far away from me, right?
I'm going to go
Not really.
I'm going to go buy him a drink and bring it over and
Okay.
say, hey, I got you a drink.
5 gold if it's ale. 6 if it's a shot.
5 is fine. It looks like he's been drinking ale.
He has both. He has a collection of whiskey bottles as well as tankards galore.
If if you pass by Amber, she's cleaning a new table. She
Okay.
left D said at the table, and she's cleaning a new one.
So you buy a tankard of ale and you walk back over there. He's still out. Still snoring away.
Nice. Do you want to try?
Again, sorry.
Do you want to try and wake him up? This is the person that Mary told us to find when we get to Bilgewater.
Varys Morningtide.
She said that he might be able to help us with information or charters. That's what she said before we left Zorn. I'm not having very much luck.
How would you wake him up?
How indeed?
He's drunk. I don't know.
Why don't we get drunk?
All right, forget it.
He said I don't get drunk.
No one's asking you to get drunk. I'm asking you to speak to this man who's drunk and sleeping. That's all. I mean, if you don't want to, then it's
I think
fine.
he's saying he doesn't know how to wake people up who are drunk because he doesn't know anything about being drunk.
Nog, come here, Nog. Come wake this guy up.
I'll shake him.
Okay.
I'll shake him.
He comes back around after a little bit, eyes roll back up and goes, I already done told you, leave me the fuck alone.
Now what?
Doesn't matter, forget it. Well, we don't need to talk to him anyway, do we, obviously? Why would we need help? I mean, okay. I'll go and sit with Amaris and Nog and just get drunk and not give a fuck anymore.
He just slams his head back on the table then. Goes back to snoring.
Gandhi, what are you doing?
I was sitting with Narg, having a nice little chat.
Tallulah eventually plops down next to you, begins drinking.
Oh, Tallulah. Did you not have a nice conversation with your friend over there?
He's not my friend. He's the person that Mary told us to find, who might be able to help us. But I mean, he's clearly just fucked off his head with too much ale. So, whatevs. I will drink that one that I bought for him as well. Fuck it.
It's not the best thing you've had, but it's not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna invite the barmaid over.
Yeah?
Do you have any charcoal capsules?
Charcoal? We have charcoal.
All right. I'll buy a little charcoal.
1 gold.
And an ale.
6 gold.
Sweet. And
You
I'm
want the
take...
charcoal in the ale?
Yes.
Alright.
Shh, not so loud.
Walks away, weirdo. She'll return with a questionably colored ale that is darkened by the charcoal at the bottom of it.
I'm gonna mush it up and make it better. And then pour it into my empty ale glass, straining out.
At this point, she's like, normally she's just sitting against the wall waiting for someone to call her. She actually just stands next to you watching this. You're gonna drink that.
And
Our
I'm
little
going to walk
weirdo.
over to our sleeping drunk person.
Oh. Oh.
I'm carrying my half mug and the new mug.
Okay.
Hey, Pete, I got a story to tell you.
Pete, love it.
It's cool, Varys. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights on
Pete,
Nord's
Pete.
head.
He
Now keep
sits his
shaking.
head up and goes, "What? I already fucking told 3 people now to fuck off."
Count.
No, Pete, this is a great story. Do you remember Roger?
Roger fucking who?
You know,
Roger
the
the
Jolly
cabin
Roger, the
boy?
guy, Jolly Roger.
Roger Barton.
Or could have been Barton. Here's an ale for you.
Roger
Just a couple minutes
Terrio.
ago.
Roger
Terrio.
Tarley.
Wasn't he like
Roger
your best buddy in
Most.
school?
No,
Roger
I
the
fucking
cabin
hated
boy.
Roger Tarley.
Oh, that's
Stole
right.
one of my
That's
ships.
right. We sunk him to the bottom. What's the name of your ship? I think I know your ship.
I don't fucking remember.
Oh. Because it was a really mighty ship.
Something about summer. That's what I remember. Something summer.
Ah,
Don't
the
we
good
have a
days of summer.
Didn't we used to have a ship, or still have a ship named something Summer?
The Endless Summer was the ship that belonged to
Dolan Morrison. Yep.
the drunk outside the other place that we were at, the pig pen.
Summer was such a mighty ship.
Dolan Morrison was the captain of the Endless Summer, which was when Sheldrick told you to tell Captain Dolan hi when you went
Mhm.
into the memories.
Yeah, man, he flaked this off too.
Dolan Morrison had the Endless Summer.
And as I remember it, Amherst cast Twilight Sanctuary and he was cured of drunkenness. Which is why I asked Amherst if she could help, but
Is that a
That didn't
thing?
work.
she
I don't think
forgot.
that works.
That's what happened.
Now, what did you want to do with your charcoal ale?
Oh, I've already offered it to him.
He grabs it quickly and starts drinking and immediately spits it out. Goes, "This ale tastes like shit! What did you do to it?"
No, it's
She
one of those
shot it.
new ales. It's one of those new ales that Roger made. You got to drink it fast.
Roger
Watch.
Tarley or Roger Barton?
Roger Barton. Tarley stole your boat. We don't want to talk about Tarley because we have the Endless Summer boat. It was a magnificent ship.
Cheers to Roger Barton. And he holds up
Cheers.
the tankard and downs it. And you can just see like the front of his chin where that scraggly beard is just black. And he goes, "Ugh! Your shit tastes worse and worse every time." And Heron goes, "Hey!"
That's what happens when you hang out in the same bar. They start to mess with your drinks and water them down.
Oh, fuck my head. Who are you? Why are you
I'm Nard.
bothering me?
Why are every single person that used to own their ship now a fucking steaming drunkard in the back of a pub somewhere?
He said
It might be a
something
cursed
summer. It
ship.
may not be the endless summer.
Okay.
May just be something involving summer.
Also, Tallulah, Twilight Sanctuary doesn't cure diseases.
That's what it said.
No,
That,
it will end the effect of being charmed or frightened.
that's what Bryce said at the time. That's what I wrote in my notes. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't have the spell.
I think it says it cures one condition specifically or something along the line. I can't remember.
Well, it says
There
it will
was a
end
reason
one
for
effect. It will end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened.
Then I don't think it was that she was using. I'm not sure. Either way,
He's awake now.
he is
Talking to Mark.
kind of.
So that summer ship, man, I really wish we could get it.
Yeah. Backtrack. Who the fuck is Narg? What ship do you hail, Narg?
Well, I've got a dilemma. I've got 2 ships.
Want me to take a ship from you, do you?
Well, I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to find the owners. Brindlevale and Voice of Reason.
Brindlevale?
You know, when you hang your head over the back of the boat, It's upside down. I can't read it too well.
I don't know. What was the other one?
As like me, the voice of reason.
Voice of reason. That's a ghost ship. Full of shit you are. Sunk 20 years ago.
Well, I guess
It's-
I own a ghost ship.
It's floating now.
Hey.
Bunch of weird fish fuckers took it to the depths.
Well,
And he's leaning his head back, starting to almost pass out, and then catches himself.
I'm gonna grab him, go, buddy, we found those fishy people and I sent them to the bottom of the ocean in slices.
This is the weirdest dream I've had in years.
But we gotta get even with that Roger Tarley.
Fuck Roger Tarley.
I have someone I'd like you to talk to just for a few minutes, just so we can find a way to get even with Roger Tarley.
Buy me another ale.
I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna make sure they don't spit in it like they did the last one.
They spit in my ale. He
Made
draws
it black.
He draws a blade from the from the scabbard, but you see the blade is actually separated, and he's just holding up a handle. I'll get every one of you like a fucking fish. Spit in my ale.
Wait, 2 more ales over here to the sweet lady in the corner that helped me with the charcoal.
He goes, I was the captain of the Summer's Breeze, god damn you all! I earned your respect, and you push me out here and shit on me like this!
Summer's Breeze was a mighty ship. I'm going to get you 2 more ales, but I really would like you to speak to my friend Emerus.
Right it was, and he sits back down.
Wave Emerus over.
I'll come over. And
Oh, it's you! The one I told to fuck off before.
She did, as you told her. But
No,
this is really, we're trying to save your Summer Breeze.
I'm gonna wave.
Summer Breeze is gone, boy.
I'm gonna wave my hand over his drink and cast Purify Food and Drink.
Ooh, take the alcohol out of it? Rude.
Well, no, out of him.
Can you
Some
do
would
that
argue
on
that's even
food that's
more-
already been?
What was it, Bernie?
I just wondered if you could cast Purify Food and Drink on food and drink that somebody's already consumed.
Don't know. But you can do it to the one that he hasn't drank yet.
Some could argue that he himself is food and drink.
He isn't. But
Wow.
people aren't food.
I mean, it depends who you ask. Cannibals would say yes.
Or if you're playing a lizard man.
There you go.
Never ask a cannibal their opinion of you. They'll tell you they'd wipe their ass with Jerry.
Emerus, this is my buddy from the Summer Breeze. We both hate Roger. I don't even want to mention his last name.
It says all non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. Sure. I'd say that's fine enough. I mean, there's still alcohol in his system.
Mm-hmm.
Still being processed. So he does cloud a little less and just, hey, whatever the fuck that was, why don't you mind your fucking business? Now, he told me the nice man Narg said you were gonna buy me ale and talk. And I've
buy you
currently got no ale, and you're talking.
Well, the bar lady's bringing it. And I'll wink at the bar lady.
She will go over to a basin of water. Right. I'm Varys. And you are?
Emerus. I'm a friend of Tallulah. Is it Miriam or Shmariam?
He probably would have known her as Mary.
Miri. Got it.
Miri doesn't
Why?
call herself Sumerian.
Yeah. Well, I said Mary, and he said, "Who the fuck is Mary?"
He was drunk.
He's not drunk anymore. So we're friends of Mary's, and actually that's Mary's girlfriend. She sent us to help you. or to get help from you.
Oh, your friends Amiri's, are ya? Come to pay her debts, have ya?
Of course she has debts. Because why else wouldn't she?
And what be her debts, my captain?
Not a lot, admittedly. I've let it go under the radar, but she still owes me 120 gold for the last job.
Did you call me over?
I did. Hmm.
I'll come over then.
And as he walked by, he goes, I can see why she's going with that one. Good pick. Positive bone structure and what have you.
I can give you 120 gold if you want, or maybe you just want a ship instead.
You're gonna give me a ship.
Depends how much you want to be helpful.
I see. Well, your friend here's spouting nonsense about having the voice of reason out there.
We've
Ghost ship.
we killed the things that had the ship. We have the ship in port right now.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because you're not lying. And he's just kind of staring at you, glaring, trying to decide if you're being honest or not.
29.
He goes, Right, we can go look at it. What are you wanting in exchange from me, though? Ain't
Mary
nobody
said you'd-
kind.
Mary said you'd be able to help us. She said that you'd be able to give us some information, maybe some I forget the word
Guidance?
she used.
Bartender comes over with a tankard of water that you're aware of, Amherst. He downs it instantly and goes, It's getting stale.
I think you've had a lot to drink. You're just tasting the same thing over and
Ugh.
over again.
Mary said information and charters is something that you'd be able to give to us.
I suppose I can do both, depending on how much gold you're willing to spend and what I'm chartering.
Well, let's go see the ship.
Oh, why don't you do me a favor? You'll ask Heron over there for the hair of the dog for me, and then I will join you. Something to bring me up a little more here.
Do you
Go
not have
over.
anything that's hair of the dog? What's hair of the dog?
I'll go over to Heron. He wants the hair of the dog, but I really think he should get water.
He goes, hair of the dog is an expression rather than an actual thing.
Okay.
And he pulls out a tankard, places a large quantity of hot sauce in it, cracks 2 eggs, and then fills it with water.
Gross. And he thought that the charcoal ale was weird.
That's gonna be so good.
I am plugging my nose and carrying this the whole way back over to him. Here, hair of the dog. There's no dog in it though. Just saying.
It tastes like shit, smells like shit, but it'll be functional. And he downs it immediately and has a little gag moment, but stops and goes, oh, all right, let's go look at this ghost ship. And he will walk with you guys, escorting. You do have to slow quite a bit down. He still stumbles out of the bar. Couple individuals, oh, Varys, good to see you up and about. And he goes, fuck off.
Town
Such a
drunkard, are we?
friendly guy.
Alright, so we go through town, we get him there. We're at the docks. Do we see both ships?
Yeah, they're both still there. Couple individuals have taken to kind of making sure that they're better tied off than they were. I mean, for 4,000 gold, you hope they're being taken care of.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, they're still sitting there, and he goes, "Well, I'll be. You weren't fucking lying. You mind?"
No?
And he's going to walk up the dock towards the voice of reason. Ah. Huh. She
What up?
needs work, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed that she lived. Hey, where'd you say you got this?
We were boarded by the fish people.
The ones who took it.
The raiders who took it. They tried to take our ship too.
Did
But
you
we,
happen to get the captain?
yeah, killed them all.
Did we?
2 got away. Most of
Okay.
them.
Just
Most of them we wiped the floor with.
the captain was one of the 2 that got away.
Oh, was he? Oh, fucking
Yep.
sorry.
And the high
Didn't realize.
priestess.
The high priestess did not get away happily.
No, I'll tell him that then. I'll say 2 of them got away, and I think one was the captain.
Fishy fuck. Well, I would have paid you handsomely if you took him down, but that's fine.
Next time.
Yeah.
At least they don't have the ship anymore.
So,
We know that
this is mine, is what you're saying.
thanks to our friend who can walk on the bottom of the ocean without having to breathe, we do know where they came from, and there's an underground city down there.
He smiles with some crooked and empty spots in his teeth and goes, "Oh, you met Galthak, did you?"
Called that?
Aye, the dragon turtle.
Yes, we did.
He's a good lad, that one.
I meant nice. I didn't mean Golthak. I meant nice, but yeah. I mean, Golthak brought us here.
He's a good lad, that one.
I thought it was nice. It went and walked to the bottom and saw the city down there.
He didn't go to the bottom of the
No.
water.
When I dived in, I saw it.
You can't swim though, can you?
He can fly.
Oh, you were flying
can
underwater.
fly,
That was
yeah.
right. Yeah. There you go.
You can also sink.
We can.
Anyways, so Voice of Reason is mine. I thank you for that. She's gonna need a lot of work, but I think it's gonna turn a lot of heads when she's back on the seas.
I mean,
That's what
she's
she
yours
said.
when you help us, when you give us what we need.
I am yours to command. And he bows and stumbles for a minute, stands back up. How can I help you? You got the
I mean-
service of Varys Morningtide.
Sobering up first would probably be a good idea.
That, I don't know if it'll ever happen again in my life. But sober enough to help you, I'm here.
Okay.
So, what can I do to assist you? You said charter.
Well,
Normally
let's see.
I charter valuables that aren't meant to be chartered. People included.
A couple of us need stuff while we're here. I know I'm looking for a forge in Beltwater.
A forge. Like a blacksmith's forge.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not. You're looking for a
Like a
Titan
ma-
forge. Yeah.
A Titan forge.
You're looking for what the old gods left behind. Yeah. Well, blacksmith's forge, there's plenty in town.
I don't think this one's going to be in town.
It's a secret forge.
I think it's
that
going to
only
be a
the
little
captain will know.
An
Well,
ancient forge.
He'll make a history check.
What else is there in Bilgewater besides the neck person?
You're
necklace-
looking for the Emerald Forge.
I
Huh.
think that's it. Is it?
Do you mind following me to my estate? And he's gonna start stumbling off the dock.
Hey, before we leave the docks,
Hey,
some nice lady paid for the docking fees of 4,000 gold.
my lovely daughter.
Aw, she's pretty. So, how do we make sure that they know this is your ship and not our ship?
She ain't gonna take your shit if that's what you're asking.
Nope, I don't care. I'm worried because everything I own is on me. I'm worried about, like when we go to leave, if they want to add on extra fees for that being our ship. It's not our ship anymore, it's yours.
Well, as one of the 3 main people in the Emerald Company, You're in good company, ironically enough, and they're not going to say or do shit about either of those ships because you're now under mine and my family's protection. There you have it.
That works for me.
Assurance that these will be here when we come back, and they will not be stolen. Anyone who steals from this city anyways obviously isn't from this city. And he points up at a mountainside where you can see what looks like skeletal remains of people that are hung onto some weird, like, wooden planks. Those are the last folks who stole from fellows.
Mm,
So,
So we've given away our ship.
So was the other one that boarded our ship, was that his son?
her husband.
Oh, her husband.
Don't like him much, but he's fine. Honest man.
I'm gonna lower my Narg flag.
no, you leave it up there, Narg.
The only one you're giving away, Narg, is the voice of reason.
Yeah.
And that's the one that I put my underwear up on.
he, as you're trying to pull it down, he goes, no, leave it. Adds to the aesthetic.
So does he know Reynolds and Saphira?
And he stops for a minute, and you see he does sober up significantly to those names. Aye, that I did. How do you know?
Did you ever meet their daughter?
Couple times when she was a whelp, yeah.
That's Miri.
No shit. Huh. That checks out.
Mhm.
She's got Saphira's fire in her.
Mhm.
And you can see he kind of reminisces for a moment, staring out at the sea. Renault was one of the best, and I mean the best, sailors you'd ever met in your life. And Saphira, as mighty with a spear as you'd ever seen. They were
Why
good
is Mary
folks.
using gauntlets? That's weird. All right, so to your establishment of living.
Yeah, there's a book about the Emerald Forge. I remember picking it up some odd years back when my youngins were youngins. Thought it'd be a good read for 'em. And he'll walk you back through the bay to a small shack on the outside of town.
One of these days you'll say it, Bryce. And one of these days I will laugh hysterically.
What?
Walk this way, and then Amaris will copy his movements exactly.
Narg's been waiting for the same thing.
And he gets to the shack, opens the door, and there's sections of it that are underwater. There is a bed haphazardly placed above it with more and more wooden planks that are being set to keep it above the water. Mind the steps. Yeah. And he opens up a chest and starts rummaging through it. So, you know Miri well? Decent, not very.
Mhm.
I think Tulula knows her very well. The rest of us, just, decently.
Mhm.
And how's the daughter of Saphira faring these days?
She's well. Now that she's not dead anymore.
She died.
She did.
Huh. Sorry to hear that.
She got over it.
Did she?
I mean, it got better.
She got better.
Good for her.
She's been through
She's
some
got-
shit, dude.
She's got a fighting spirit, that one.
She has.
I did some work for her back in the days. She had me transporting some stuff to Zon under the cover of night. All real nice and up, if you will. Ugh. Yeah, here. And he holds up a book. The Emerald Forges. Don't know why you're chasing child's tales or anything, but if they're real, right?
I hope they're real. We need it.
I see. Well, I can't navigate you to them because I've never been, but I can give you a map of the local area if you'd like.
That would be useful.
And can you tell us where the wind collar is?
The Wind Caller. That's that trade vessel. Which way'd you come into town? Did you go through the not so good depths, or did you go around them?
We went around them.
Hmm.
Well, then you saw the Wind Caller when you saw it scattered across those rocks, I imagine.
Oh,
Unfortunate, that one.
Yep, probably.
Wife and a husband transporting their 2 kids across the sea to find new world. Somewhere better to grow up.
Yeah. Do you like know the names of the people who did that?
Well, I know the woman, Joyra. Worked with her a couple times in my past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yandi!
Yeah.
She screams at you as you're right behind her. Ah.
Hey, don't sneak up on me like that. Listen. So that necklace.
What's
How
about it?
how are we supposed to get her out of there?
Well, we were just gonna find her a new body or find her old body.
well, it looks like her old body was dashed on the rocks over there.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, dragged to the depths by whatever denizens in the dark decided to pull them, I imagine.
Do you know if her parents lived?
No, her folks died when she was well young.
You said
Or
there
her
was
children.
her 2 children that were on the ship.
Yeah.
What were their names?
Oh, it's been a while. Named after the twins that existed on the Endless Summer. I can't remember their names off the top of my head.
Do you know if they both died or did one survive?
I don't know if any of them died, to be fair. I just know that the Wind Callers dashed across them rocks, and I ain't seen them since. Rollo and Finn. That's the name of the twins.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yep, sorry I couldn't help you more.
So, the endless summer.
Yeah, they named their kids after Rollo and Finn from the Endless Summer. Correct.
That was Sheldrick Tidecaller's ship, right? Oh no, Dolan
Paul
Morrison was the
Morrison's
captain.
ship.
Yeah.
But Sheldrick did serve on it, yes. In his younger years.
Mhm.
He was a deckhand. Indeedy do.
And
But
those were
Rollo,
horsemen.
who, Rollo and Finn?
Dolan and Sheldrick were both horsemen, weren't they?
Correct. But not Dolan, sorry. Rollo and Finn were the captain's second and third mates. And they were called the twins.
Mm-hmm.
But Joyra and her husband named their kids after the famous Rollo and Finn. Anyways, this book tells us that deep in the jungles of Bilgewater, towards the center, where the more, I don't know, questionable people live. There's evidently a ziggurat underneath the ground, and that's where the Ember Forge is said to be. Something called the Trial of the Serpent or whatever.
Trial of the Serpent.
Yup.
Well, do you know anything about these trials?
There's a gentleman regales the tale that the natives in the vicinity had said that if he were to enter the ziggurat, then he had to embark on these trials. Oh, sounds like mumbo jumbo. There's not a whole lot of specificity as to what that trial was. I think it's unique to each individual.
That's probably true. But, like, you also didn't think we had a ship that was a ghost ship, so maybe there's some truth to it?
Aye, ghosts be existing everywhere is what I'm learning.
Tulu, is that where you want to go?
I think that's how we get into the forge.
George, to the forge.
I presume by going to this forge that you've got all the required things.
I think you do, don't you, Tallulah?
I think so, yes.
Well, I don't know if you're aware of how these things work, but the book, and he points out a section of it. He scrolls through it for a minute and goes, "Here, states something about a mold being needed." Now, I think I know of the mold, and I think I know of the person who's got it. So, good news for you.
Awesome.
Indeed. Bad news, it's the fucking Tarleys.
Oh, not the Roger Tarleys.
Not Roger. His vile son, Aaron.
Vile.
Aaron Tarley had the last known mold that I know of.
Point us in the right direction.
I'll take you right to him. We're going back to the same place, after all.
This is for Tallulah's weapon?
I think it goes to any weapon. You need a mold, period. It's made out of mercury. Very unique substance, malleable, but still taut enough.
Hmm.
If you're making forged weapons at the Titan forges like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. As I look at my weapon to examine the fact that I don't need to have any of that.
There's a shrine not far from here.
For Diana?
Aye.
Oh, maybe after we do
Ionian.
your trials, we'll go to the shrine?
In Ionia. It's not far.
I know
Be
about the one.
careful. Be careful traveling in Ionia, though.
Yeah, I hear it's gotten dangerous.
Lots of dark forces are gathering.
Mm-hmm.
The Emerald Company is not happy about it, but we're doing what we can.
The Emerald Company?
Aye, naval conglomeration of every vessel in the eastern hemisphere of Runeterra. I think
Oh.
you're familiar with the western hemisphere, the Golden Company. They have a bank in the middle of the ocean. It's pretty much where all the minting comes from.
Oh, cool. I wasn't aware of that because this is just jingle jangle rocks in my pocket.
It's all minted in the west.
So what's happening with the Emerald City and the Emerald Company in Ionia?
Well, we've been called to pull away. Told to not harbor anyone who's asking us to take them there. Ne'er-do-wells are gathering. And he just kind of lowers his voice again and says, between you and me, someone had told me dark and weapons were gathering.
That's what we heard too.
Mm-hmm.
I presume you guys are walking back to town, by the way. There's not a whole lot in his house otherwise that's really needed here.
Yeah, no, we're definitely walking and talking.
I really want to fix this cabin.
The way I see it,
Narg, do you want to walk like him?
Stumbling and bumbling like a captain.
Yeah. Right behind him.
the way I'm seeing it, we don't want to be affiliated with these darkened weapons. They're pretty vicious, and a couple of our charters had taken some individuals across, and then they were brutally slaughtered. So the
Please let it be the twins.
head of the Emerald Company stated that we are to not embargo anyone.
Do you know what the name of those people were who died?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, damn.
Not everyone comes from Bilgewater. The Emerald Company is any naval vessel in the east, including the charters from Piltover and Zon. You all fly the same ship we do. So-
Mhm.
Was there anything else you needed from me, or was that what you needed?
I
Do you have
don't know.
a map to get there?
Aye, I'll draw you up a map. I would recommend getting a navigator. If you're going to be going into the jungles, it's a lesser known place, so
Yeah.
I'd suggest navigation.
Any good navigators back at the pub?
No, don't hire anyone in that fucking establishment. Stay as far away as possible.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Jim.
Is there a navigator guild hall in town?
There's a man to the north, just on the edge of town here,
Oh man.
owns the Northern Steeps. It's a bookstore. Ask him to do a favor for me. He might charge you still, but he'll do it.
What's the name of the bookstore? Sorry.
The Northern
Northern
Steeps.
Narg knew something.
So goofy, Narg. Are we still following the captain and walking and talking like him?
He
And
is
he's-
at this
Marching into
point
Aaron's house.
He's a good navigator then.
best in town.
Well, best in the north end of town.
I'd go
Best-
along, but my exploring days are over, and honestly, I'd like to start working on this ship.
All yours. I think that's everything for now. We know where to find you if we need anything else, right?
Aye, you do?
Awesome.
Happy New Year.
I thank you, and tell Miri our debts are settled.
I will let her know.
Tell her also not to be a stranger. I miss her.
You're not the only one.
And he'll give you a warmer smile and say, right then, need anything else, come find me. Otherwise, best of luck finding the forge.
Thank you kindly, sir.
And he will stumble his way back into the Whistling Donkey.
I'd love to see a donkey wrestle.
Hey, listen. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Mr. the Captain person, sir. The whistling
Mr. the
donkey?
captain person, sir.
Yes.
He turns, aye, the Whistling Donkey.
Why is the donkey whistling?
And he turns at you and holds his arms out. If we gave you all of the secrets, there wouldn't be a secret to know. And he turns back around and walks inside.
That's not an answer, Mr. the Captain, sir.
Maybe
Oh,
you could ask the bomb and he might have more of an idea.
Yeah, he
asked
said the
him.
exact same thing.
He did. He said the same thing.
Said the exact same thing. He said, well, if there wasn't a secret about it, then it wouldn't be very secretive.
I'll go ask his daughter. I'm gonna burst into the bar and go straight
Okay.
up to her. I'm like, why is donkey
She's,
whistling?
wow, okay, really, really fast. Wow.
Yeah. Why is the donkey whistling?
She goes, what?
The whistling donkey. Why is it whistling?
No,
I
no.
don't understand what you're talking about.
Does it have a
You mean like the
nasal
name of the
whistle?
bar? She giggles.
Yeah, that thing.
She looks at her dad and he nods at her and she goes, if there wasn't a secret to
Don't.
tell,
Nope.
then there
No.
wouldn't be
No.
secrets at
No.
all.
It's not nice. It's not nice.
It's a
Gave
family
you-
secret. We can't tell anyone.
Oh, I'm not just anyone. I will find out one day. Putting that on my character
She
sheet.
winks at you and goes, many have tried. Good luck.
You know what? I don't think anybody knows. I don't think anybody knows the reason, and they just like, oh, it's a secret, just so they don't look like they haven't got a clue why it's called
Mhm.
that.
Probably. I am putting it into my notes that I will find out what that is.
This is the heartbreaking secrets we need. Why is this place called the Whistling Donkey?
Of all the important
Donkeys
stuff we
can't
have to do,
whistle.
finding out why it's called that is the most pressing.
Yes, it is very pressing.
Forget the rest of the
depressing.
quest.
What?
Forget the rest of the quest. Just
Amberus, go ahead and make a nature check for me in regards to knowledge about donkeys.
I've never heard a donkey whistle. Okay. Nature check, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be great. Oh, 20.
20. One could say, and maybe this is it, that when they do that little inhale before the haw, the he and the haw, you know, it sounds a little bit maybe like a whistle.
I don't know that I believe that. I'm going to keep searching. But, good try.
That's more of a squeak than a whistle, though, right?
I don't know. I'm going to stick with that with plan B. And then we'll find out. But let's go figure out how to get your weapon made, your artifact done. I think that's a little bit more important than.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think so, yeah.
I would think so too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this guy that we're supposed to look for the northern part of town to be our navigator.
Yes.
Should we go find him or what? Or what?
Maybe.
Yeah, the bookshop guy.
The bookshop guy? Yeah.
So you got two people to go find, yeah. You can go to the northern steeps and get your navigator, but you also need to go to Aaron Tarley and get that
Aaron
mold.
Tarley. Fucking Roger's vile son.
Should we? I think we should go to the library first because maybe we find Rangers for Dummies.
We don't have a ranger in the party, though. So
That's why it's funnier.
that would be a bit useless. I mean, bards for dummies, that probably wouldn't go amiss.
I would argue it's more useful when you don't have a ranger, right? Because it's the point in the books for dummies. You're supposed to do it so you can do it.
I don't
You
know.
go to the library and learn about giving people sight.
Right?
How far off is the?
Autumn can see now. That's not even that lair joke doesn't even have a lair to stand on. Autumn can see.
Can we? How far away from the library is the shrine?
It's a bookshop.
Sorry, the bookshop.
I mean, it's 30 minutes north of town.
So you gotta go there, then you've got to come back to town to go and see Aaron Tarley, and then you've got to go back out.
Thinking while you guys were going to the bookshop, I might hit the the shrine real quick.
The shrine he's talking about, the one to Diana, he said was in Ionia. That's the one
Specifically,
he knows.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's one he
Never
knows
mind,
it's
okay.
nearby. There's one near in Ionia. He didn't know that you know that. I know you know that, but he doesn't know that.
Right. Okay, so let's go to the bookshop then. Bookshop.
Good job.
So, you step into a colder, almost like a cottage at the top of a hill. And you hear a ringing as you do, and the atmosphere is filled immediately with that of almost brand new leather bindings, that smell you get with from a brand new book, as well as that of jasmine in the air.
Jasmine, I remember her.
And an individual from
Me too.
an unseen location goes, "I'll be right there. One moment."
That's okay. We'll wait.
And there are rows of bookshelves in front of you, as well as a central table with what looks to be where you would check out. Eventually, a woman with tightly bound red hair and a blue ribbon steps behind and jumps up on a stool and goes, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Ooh, you're pretty.
Yordle.
Hi, Red.
"Hi."
Tallulah. You're looking for a book. Oh, we're looking for a navigator. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, unless you got a
Mhm.
good suggestion for Narg.
"Suggestion? What kind of books do you like?" She pushes up some glasses.
Ones that I can read and have pictures.
I see. Wait, reading or pictures? Or both?
Oh,
Did he actually tell us the name of the man that we're looking for? Or did he just say the man in the bookshop?
Said the man in the bookshop. I don't remember him saying a
She
name.
will grab Narg by the hand and rush him over to a shelf. And she goes, "Right there. Pilfering the Pauper. Read that one.
Pilfering the Pauper. You're so awesome.
That one will be really good for you. Very certain you'll love it."
And we are looking for a man.
Oh, I can't.
Not the way, Narg. You have to explain. People think it's weird.
So this man told me to go north to find the man I'm looking for.
To navigate, Narg. To navigate.
Oh yeah, to navigate
Oh.
through the wilderness.
Oh, is this all metaphor? Is he speaking to me in metaphor right now? He leans over.
It's
No.
just
And
Narg
I'm busy
language.
reading Pilfering the Pauper.
So we are trying to get to the, what's the name of that forge called again?
The Emerald Forge.
The Emerald Forge, and we're looking for a navigator. We were told to come here because the best one is here in this shop.
Ah. He doesn't really do that anymore, but I can call him. Dad? And she turns back around and steps downstairs.
Oh, how much for the book? I gotta pay for the book.
Narg,
5 silver.
Thanks, bye. Have a nice night. Nice hair.
Thanks.
context, Narg. We've talked about this. When you're explaining yourself that you need stuff, you have to add more things to the sentences.
An older Yordle gentleman steps forward.
How old are we talking? Older Yordle?
Tallulah would be better known than you.
Mm-hmm.
Tallulah, you would guess he's
Yordles.
probably in his like 375 area.
Okay.
Quite old.
I'll whisper that to Amrit.
An elder for sure.
So probably not being able to take him with us, huh?
He goes, "Yes, how may I assist you? I was told by my daughter you were calling for me."
Love it. Love it.
We were sent by Varys. He said that you're the best navigator in town.
I was once ago, yes, indeed.
Captain Varys.
Is that something that you've forgotten how to do now?
Oh, no, I just decided to retire and settle down and put my life into the books, if you will.
What's your name? Sorry, I didn't ask.
Oh, God. I think he said his name was Martin.
Martin.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Mars, Martin?
Have I what? Are
Narg,
you? Who the
Narg,
hell?
Narg, read your pretty picture book. Do you want me to help read it to you?
No, I'll sit over here at the desk and be quiet.
I don't know what Mars he's talking about but I have done many a things. Here's your
Listen,
navigator.
We've known him a long time. We don't know what he's talking about either most of the time.
We
There's
love
your
him to death.
navigator.
We love him, but
Narg.
he is an enigma.
Mm-hmm. He's adorable.
Indeed.
He's an
So,
adorable enigma.
I once navigated many places in these worlds, yes, but
Oh, he looks like a garden gnome.
he kind of
He's
does.
adorable.
I love it.
So, I once did, yes, navigate, but I, like I said, been pursuing my life in the novels rather than, out there. I gotta settle down for my beautiful daughter, after all. Keep her safe.
She is pretty.
She's wonderful. Light of my life. So, anyways,
And the Martian. I did, yeah.
So, if obviously you're not navigating anymore,
yes?
is it possible maybe to draw us a map to get there safely?
And this somewhere is.
The
Yeah, Mount Forge.
I see. I don't know if there's a known map. I know. Oh, follow me. And he steps down and goes, Lucille, open up the back, would you? I want to look in the private sections. And she goes,
Ooh.
got it, Pop.
Lucille.
And this is a picture of Lucille. There you
Are
go.
we looking at something in the privates?
And he goes,
Fine time to leave, Lucille.
so.
She's adorable.
I do believe I just showed my age. Oh, that's just like, never mind.
So. He pulls off a large tome and dusts it off. As far as I'm concerned, the last individual who embarked on this journey to the forge. He starts reading and just kind of listening and observing. Goes, it was a significant hero, as I recall that much. Was a man by the name of. Oh gosh.
That's a weird name. Was he foreign?
Sure. Isn't everyone foreign until they're not?
Yeah. What was his name? Sorry.
I'm getting to that part, and he's just slowly reading. Here, recollection, as I recall. And he points, and you can see the name Gale Truesong, or Gale Trueheart.
I picked up this book in the
Gale
last
Trueheart. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What kind of book?
It's a picture book about rum.
Gale Trueheart. He went and embarked on this with his compatriots.
Lannis, Vanille, and Duran.
Lannis, Velseth, Vanille, and Duran, but no last names given for the middle two. Weird. Interesting. But yes, Gale Trueheart was the last one to embark, and he was given recollections of his past as well as a trial to engage with these natives, of which it was called the Trial of the Serpents, named after the god that they worship, it seems. It says his embarked journey was unsuccessful. Interesting.
But it's unsuccessful just because he didn't come back. Maybe he went someplace else.
If I had to guess, he failed the trial.
But how would anybody know if he failed if he died?
Well, I believe he told people, and
He didn't
doesn't
die.
mean that he died from the trial. He may have just not been granted access.
But don't we
Oh.
know that isn't Gale still alive?
Yes.
Gale is still alive.
So he didn't die.
Okay. Well, do you want to go talk to him and see if maybe he can tell you what his trial was about?
Oh, you want to find Gale?
Why is that funny?
Well, it's a coveted and deep history. I don't know if I should exactly be telling you. Who are you individuals, and might I ask who's inquiring?
Let's just say that the responsibilities that Gale and his compatriots had at that time have now been passed on to Amaris here and Nice and a couple of others that we know also.
He
And that
looks
is
at
why.
you, Amaris, and he'll go, "Let me see your hand, please."
I'll hand it to him.
And his eyes glow blue for a moment, and around you a faint green aura starts to hum. And he goes, "I see. So it has passed on."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know where Gale is these days. I don't know if you can get there.
Why?
Gale resides in the Shadow Isles.
Oh, but Jesus.
He watches over one of the many portals between the realm of living and dead.
That's how we get back.
So unfortunately, I think Gale is a little bit out of your purview for the moment.
For the moment, we do have to go there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I pity the man who has to go there, or woman, in this case. It's a very dangerous and precarious place. The land of the dead. You never come back the same.
It's not a man or a woman. It's Narg and Emerith.
And Amherst doesn't need to go to the Shimmering Isles.
I mean, we
To the
all have to go.
Shamrock Isles. The Shamrock Isles.
We all have to go, don't we?
Well, I mean, we're going together as a group, but the Shadow Isles doesn't have anything for Amherst.
So, I know you want a navigator, and I understand that you were told that I could assist you, but unfortunately, as you can see, am quite old these days.
Don't look a day over 200.
Well, aren't you just the sweetest?
What about Lucille?
Lucille? Oh, she's not, I don't know. She's got that wanderlust like her mother, but I don't know if I'm quite ready to let the chicken leave the coop, if you know.
Is she old enough to make her own decisions?
How old is old enough? You know, as a father, you have to ask yourself these things.
You say her mother has wanderlust? Who is her mother?
Her mother, unfortunately, has passed.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite all right. She passed from natural aging. Nothing weird, strange, or suspicious, thankfully. Just a good, positive life.
Can I sneak off to talk to Lucille?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lucille.
Hey.
So, your dad over there used to
Yeah.
be a really good navigator around these parts.
The best.
Yeah. Did you pick up on any of his skills?
I mean, I'm his daughter.
You know, see, that's what I like about you. Do you think possibly maybe you could help us get to the Emerald Forge?
I mean, isn't it a fairy tale though?
Nope.
Oh, ghost ships are fairy tales too, but we've brought one of those back from the dead. So,
Super true.
yeah, you know about that already.
The voice of reason? Yeah, we saw it pulling into the harbor.
Yeah,
We
we
were
were
watching from up above.
stowing that on the turtle person that we came in with.
Galthak, and yeah,
Yeah. He's a good guy, well, as
super good
turtle
guy.
trolls. Yeah. So, do you think that maybe you could take us there?
I mean, I don't think Pops would be happy about it.
This is very true, and I wouldn't want you to go against what your father would want, but how long are you going to do that?
I don't know. I mean, I am kind of all he has now.
I mean, it's up to you. What's the name of the place where it's the Whistling Donkey is where we're sleeping? If you change your mind.
You're sleeping at the Whistling Donkey?
Well, we don't have any other place to stay, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Why don't you guys stay up at the observatory for the night? Mind yourselves rather than being robbed blind in your sleep.
Does it have a telescope?
I mean, yeah. How do you think we saw you coming?
I vote we move to the observatory.
Narg, we're visitors. We don't live here.
Do we have to pay to stay there? Because we've already paid to stay at the Whistling Donkey.
No.
Okay.
Pops just keeps a lot of books up there, so I think it would be okay. We really only use it when we want to look at the stars.
So you saw the voice of reason through your telescope.
Correct. Yeah,
Did you like the flag?
Was it? I didn't see the flag, I'm sorry.
Wasn't it Nog's underwear?
Mm-hmm.
Shh.
Yeah, she goes, I didn't see the flag, sorry.
No, it's okay. That's all right.
Not alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean, gosh. Let me think on it, I guess. And I'll talk to Pop while you guys rest, but just give me a minute and I'll let him know that you're gonna stay with us for the night. I don't want you guys getting robbed in town.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, barkeeper's really friendly at first, but then, well, you wake up the next day without your belongings, and then he's suddenly not very nice. So
This is true. This is true. Well, we appreciate everything. Thank you. And again, it's no pressure. If you got to stay here with your dad, you got to stay here with your dad. I get it.
yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. And she runs back over, and he's just still talking to you guys, those of you who stayed, regaling you just tales about different stories and fables in regards to the jungle, about beasts in the dark that exist, the serpent god that they live by. Doesn't have a name, it's just known as the Veiled Serpent.
Is that the one that we found that was dead?
The Veiled Serpent? No, it is it's more of a primordial. But they worship it like a god. So a very, very old creature. So, in regards to me navigating, I will have to politely but kindly decline. And at this point, Lucille joins up and goes, Pop, they're going to stay in the observatory for the night. We're going to stay at the Whistling Donkey. He goes, oh, no, can't have that. You'd be getting robbed in the middle of the night blind, and I won't allow that in such friends in the vicinity. So, you may absolutely stay in the observatory. There's cots up there already set. They may be a bit dusty. It's been a while since Lucy and I have had visitors.
I know a cleaning lady.
He knows a cleaning lady.
Help
Yeah.
yourselves, and if you need to speak with us again, please by all means. And he hands you a key. Go outside up the stairs, and this unlocks the door to it. I just ask that you don't break the lens that's there for us to look.
Narg, don't touch the lens.
Nog grabs the key and runs up the stairs.
I mean it, Narg.
Okay.
No more rum if you misbehave.
Eek.
If there's anything else you need from me, I'm here. Otherwise, feel free to do what you need to do.
Appreciate everything. Thank you very much. And hopefully we won't be too much of a nuisance for you while we
Oh,
stay.
not a nuisance at all.
Then Tallulah, unless there's anything else you want to talk with him about,
Not right now.
we'll head upstairs to the observatory.
Except the rest of Gale's group, are they all on the Shadow Isles as well?
No?
I know Vanille is dead, isn't she?
Vanille and Lannis both passed on.
Yeah. The other one.
They waited behind to speak with Ambrosio and Nyx, and then when they died, they moved on.
But Duron is still alive?
Don't know.
Well, I'll ask him. Is Duron still alive? Does he know?
Historic records are inconclusive about those individuals. I can inquire with some friends in town and find out in the morning, if you would like.
That'd be great.
I do wish I had his last name, Durand. Lost to the times, I suppose.
Hmm.
Is it though?
I don't know. As far as records show, he never had one.
I thought he did. I thought we were given his name.
Just Durand.
No.
It's only ever been Durand. You also don't know people like Carrick's last name. You don't know Carrick's last name.
His name is Duran Duran.
Carrick was the first
Oh.
paladin of Solaris. You don't know Carrick's last name. Grimguk doesn't have one because Grimguk's name is Grimguk.
Okay.
There's also people like Arden. I don't believe you know Arden's last name.
Arden?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any Arden in my notes, unfortunately.
Arden is the guy who you learned about drift from. He used it. He was right, but he was the one that was the Midnight Suns leader.
Is it Arden?
Ardyn.
Ah.
Thank you.
Oh yes, Arden.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in the group with Sheldrick and Dalton Morrison and Moira Vanstrom.
Correct.
Yondu, you ready to go to the observatory?
Can't believe we killed the former horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Am I ready to go where?
Up to the observatory.
Sure.
No, I don't have a surname for him either.
Nope. Sure don't.
Tallulah, you want to grab Nice and we'll head up to the observatory whenever you're ready then?
I think Nice is quite capable of getting himself up there. But yeah, I'll come.
While you think about it and head up to the observatory for a rest of the night, on your first day into this new area, we're going to take a break there.
Oh, I just started discovering planets.
into it. You guys are up in the observatory. You're able to get a rest if you need it. If you want to do anything in the observatory, you can. If there's books you want, let me know, and I will get you your book.
Anything that gives us information on the Forge or the Horseman or any of the Aurelian or anything like that would be useful.
Nothing of that sort. It's more of a hobby bookstore.
Hobbies.
How about spells?
Also, not that kind of store. Hobby.
I am going to see if there is a way to learn how to pilot a ship.
That would
While
be
I'm
useful.
cleaning. While I'm cleaning. Mm-hmm.
I think at least a couple of people should learn how to do that so that we can go like, you know.
You want to learn it from a kid's book?
Yeah.
I want to, well, I mean, I
Kids'
don't have
books.
any knowledge of it at all. So, like, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But I would be cleaning if it's this dusty up here.
Fishing, hunting, and cooking books for kids.
I'm going to look up new songs to play on my instruments.
All you're
Well, I
gonna
found a
find are
book in the corner.
shanties.
Sorry?
All you're
you're
gonna
gonna
find are shanties. You wanna start singing some
Sea shanties, yeah.
sea shanties?
I want to learn sea shanties to sing to Nog.
Come on, Nog.
Row ho, row ho.
Row ho, row ho. I heard better ones, Narg. I've heard better ones.
It's all
Yeah.
about me grog. Me yummy grog.
Well, that's a good one. Keep singing. I'm gonna keep cleaning.
Bring
There
us
once was a
tea
ship.
and rum.
There once was a ship who set to sea. Her name was Bill.
Name of the
Oh,
ship
yeah.
was the Billy of Tea. Winds blew up,
Winds
her
blew
bow
up,
blew
her
low,
bow
up,
down.
oh, my bully boys blow. Hooah, soon may the Willerman come. Yeah.
Yeah.
You good?
Weatherman?
Willer.
Oh, you said Weatherman.
That's a
Willer.
different game.
Soon may the Wellerman come.
All right. So,
Bring us sugar and tea and rum.
do I find a book to teach me how to sail ships?
Yep.
Can I read it?
You
and
find a book
see?
for kids called Pirate Pete Patches the Poop Deck.
Oh man, Pirate Pete. It's a great guy. I'm still cleaning as I'm reading Pirate the Pete.
Pirate
S'mores.
Pete.
That wants a book on s'mores.
Pirate Pete Patches
Pirate Pete.
the Poop Deck. You mean the world's biggest offense to the human palate, or whatever he says in the menu?
Huh?
Yeah.
S'mores?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He
What's
says
up with s'mores?
because it's unethically sourced chocolate, gelatinized sugar water imprisoned by industrial grade graham cracker. Meaning it's an offense on the art of cooking.
It's not really
Alright.
cooking though, is it? I mean, it's
Everything's cooking. In that capacity.
I'm cleaning.
not that it's just camping food that already exists. You just smoosh it all
It's
together
still
and
cooked,
heat it up.
no?
No.
Yeah.
We like s'mores, don't we, Dal?
S'mores.
Hey,
Only
Narg.
ever had them once. We don't get graham crackers in this country.
Narg,
Gonna go back to pilfering poor people. Yes, Emerus.
are you looking through the telescope?
I did look through the telescope. I found a blue planet.
Did you? What? Okay. May you show me?
No.
It's right there still in the lens. It's got a thick glaze on it.
So yes
Didn't
or no?
move.
Okay.
It's a pretty
So-
nice telescope. if you wheel it down and over in the corner, you can watch the old lady taking the tubby over there on the other
Also-
island.
All right.
You find another book that's called Piracy and the Political Powers of the Pacific.
That's a little too Pacific. I give that to somebody else.
The pirate powers.
Why
Of
would
the
it be the
end.
Pacific? Because there's no Pacific here, is there?
The pirate powers at what?
Piracy and the political powers of the Pacific. But the Pacific Ocean is here, not Runeterra.
Hey, man.
The Pacific. Okay.
But I like the use of alliteration there.
Needed peas.
With the pirate Pete patches the poop deck and piracy and the political powers of the Pacific.
Totally spelled that word wrong. Okay.
Which one?
Oh,
That.
All right.
Oh,
Uh.
I don't ever want to hear you make that sound again.
I know.
how this character laughs.
I know. I knew it was coming, and still it
Send help.
surprised me.
Send help.
It's
All right, so then I'm probably gonna go to bed after I'm done cleaning and dusting
As
and
soon as
organizing books.
you made that noise, all it made me think of was the video that's called The Soothing Sound of 10 Babies Crying Pitch Down.
nice.
It's
Well,
not
you know,
soothing.
Moog Snickersnack my goblin. Alni's character is Moog's cousin, but he's not a fairbog. He's a bugbear that doesn't know that he's a bugbear because he was adopted by goblins and he thinks he's just a big goblin. And that is the way he laughs. He's like really, really low intelligence, and that is the way Alni makes him laugh, and it was just so funny.
And he's a really good chef that cooks with sauce.
Yeah, he has
Sauce.
a
So
Sauce.
yeah.
I'm going to clean, organize, and alphabetize the books, and then go to bed.
Dewey Decimal System.
Can I
Who's
find that
Dewey?
Dewey Decimal System is the way that libraries organize books with codes and letters and numbers.
Do you have that in your world there, Bryce?
Or
It's probably just called something else, but it's
that's
the way
some
it
sort
has
of
a
cataloging system. I mean,
Mhm.
alphabetized order works.
Yeah,
I'm alphabetizing.
It's the
It is-
Huey decimal system.
It is now the Amorous Decimal System.
Really certain you didn't invent it.
No, pretty sure I didn't.
Do you alphabetize it by the color of the book? Do you alphabetize it by the author? Do you alphabetize it by the title of the book? Do you alphabetize
So-
it by anything else?
I
Do you
have
alphabetize
organized
by
it
the size
in.
of the book?
I have organized first with things. It's all the ships, all the seas, and anything else that had to do with nautical things are in one pile. All the
I've
stuff
got
is
one called Pirates, Ships and Seas. Where are you going to put that one?
So
in the pirate
what you're
ships
telling
and
me
seas.
is you have one pile because they're all about pirates and ships and seas.
That's not,
Shanty.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll pull it out and hand it to you.
The sonnets and soliloquies of Beatrice Bardtail.
I almost put this
The
in the
what?
music wall.
The sonnets and soliloquies of Beatrice Bartail.
Cool. Bartail.
Bard telling a tale.
No, Bartail. Bartail. Bartail.
Oh, I put T.A. Ali. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Learn me some new songs to play when we're at sea.
So what's next? I'm going to sleep. What do
Um,
you?
One specifically to Lula, if you're taking time to actually read it, a small portrait does fall out.
Cool. Anyone familiar?
You taking a look at it, you get a glance and you see a much younger Lucille with her father and what appeared would be maybe her mother. Taller, red-haired woman. I mean, I'm sure you've met a few. You don't know this
No.
one in
Okay.
particular.
No, she's dead.
Yeah.
I will keep hold of that and hand it to Mr. What's his face in the morning?
Martin.
Mr. the Navigator.
Mr. Martin. Mr. the Navigator.
That's Martin Bartail. That would be his wife, Beatrice.
Oh.
There you go. Anything else for the night? Do you guys want to move to the next day?
Don't think there's anything else.
Okay.
It's really
Alright.
nice of
Night
them
comes.
to put us up in this place instead of letting us get robbed. But
you did get robbed of
If
100
it-
gold.
if anybody could possibly maybe arm the door.
No, Nice
On
doesn't
the
sleep,
door to the
so
observatory?
Yeah, I can stand watching the door.
you can sit in front of the door if you want. But I mean, he's not sleeping anyway. No one's getting in here without him knowing.
That would be great. Nice. Thanks. Tallulah, I'm going to sleep now. I've cleaned all the books.
So nice you're posting up at the door.
You've cleaned all the books.
Cleaned all the
Yeah.
books.
You have a
Chief.
problem, Amorous. You know this, right?
Do I? Or does people have a problem keeping things clean?
Well, maybe both, but it's not your job to make everything clean that people don't clean.
I don't feel.
Says everyone else's mess in
I-
real life, in the world. You're cleaning up messes constantly.
I don't like sitting in a mess, you know, and I prefer to have a place clean where I can just relax.
Mm-hmm. I mean, by the time you'd done all that, Tallulah would already be asleep. So,
Probably true.
because
I'm
like,
going to finish the chapter on pilfering portfolios politely by pickling pockets and placing pickled peppers in the place of their personal pieces pilfered.
You
Wow.
added a lot of words there, but bravo.
Well, that was
That
the
was-
chapter
that was
I
one
on.
chapter.
It's a
Mhm.
nice.
Chapter
Fluffy
1 is
something.
called the Penelope Principle.
Penelope Pit Stop.
No, the Penelope Principle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, all right.
Pigeons.
It's the mannerisms of specifically not robbing people of lesser value, people who have nothing, survive to nothing. Only take from those who have enough to give to others, but do not.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I replace it with a pickled pepper.
Okay. Don't
They
think
still
that's the
have
takeaway
something.
from the book, but I respect it.
They won't be
I
hungry.
think you did a great job there, Dow.
I stand behind it. So, morning comes, go ahead and get a long rest if you needed it. If you needed to reset anything, go ahead. Do so. But morning does come eventually, and you guys are. And Lucille will be with you in the morning. As soon as you're all up, she'll just be sitting there waiting and goes, "Oh, good, you're awake."
Hey, you're up early.
Super early every day.
I don't get up
Me-
this early.
Means I get to read more, so yeah,
Cool.
indeed. So,
Hey, talking about reading, I found this book. I think your mother wrote it, and there was a photo in it. So,
oh yeah, this is
found it
hers.
there.
Yeah, she loves singing and stuff, so. Her the picture.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks. We don't have many pictures of her around anymore. But wow, this one's wow, thank you, and she'll give you a small hug.
Oh,
I wondered where we had placed this. Yeah, she loved singing. It was her favorite pastime. She used to sing downtown all the time. And people used to come like far and wide to Bilgewater just to hear her sing.
that's lovely.
Right. Yeah. She toured all over the place when I wasn't born. Her and Pops used to go all over the world.
Maybe before we leave, I can play you and your father one of her songs.
Would you? That'd be really nice of you. He'd
I
love
would.
that.
Hmm.
Anyways, I talked to him about the navigating thing. He's old enough to make my own decisions, like Amaris said. So I think he's gonna let me go.
Well, it has to be your decision too. It can't be like,
Well, it is my decision. Look, I love my father, and I know he needs me here and everything, but I also want to see the world, and I haven't left this observatory, except for going downtown a few times, but that's it. So there's so much out there that I haven't to see for myself, and I think he agrees. So yeah.
well, you need to get prepared. So, like, are
Oh,
you?
she points at a bag filled to the brim with belongings. I'm already ready to go. I was waiting on you guys.
Wow. Okay. But like, do you know how to defend yourself?
Yeah. So my mother was she was a very talented lyricist, but she also was and I learned from Pops a few of her tricks.
Awesome. Okay. Well, maybe you hang back in the back with me and Tallulah.
Oh
Is she
yeah,
hard?
avoiding no.
Yep, avoiding combat as much as possible, but where you can help, you can. That's awesome.
She's an arcane trickster.
Okay.
Mhm. She's a mix of her father and mother. Her mother was a bard. Father is a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm ready to go. Pops he's back to sleep for now. So he had a long night, and honestly, he doesn't get a lot of sleep like he needs to these days.
Amen to that. Yeah, you let
Right?
him rest.
So whenever you guys are ready to go, I'm ready to go.
I think we need to wake up the boys, but then I think we're ready to go then.
Cool.
Unless, Tallulah, there's something else?
Um. Yeah. You haven't killed him, have you?
No?
Okay.
Why would I kill my father? I love
I
him.
don't know. Mm,
I'm sorry if that's the perception I gave off. That's
no, not really.
no.
You know,
Just sometimes the bird has to fly from the coop, leave the nest. Eagle leaves the nest.
maybe we should leave the picture for him then.
What'd you say?
Maybe she should leave the picture for him.
Oh
Since
yeah, I will. I will. I will.
She's leaving without even saying goodbye to him this morning.
No. We talked this morning.
Yeah,
He gets up earlier than I do most times.
but she wants to leave before he's awake. I feel.
He went back to sleep.
I think she's okay. I think she said goodnight, goodbye. He went to bed.
Look, if you want to wait for him, fine. But I mean, daylight's burning.
No, it's all good.
Right, so
Okay, cool.
step 1, where are we going?
Step 1, wherever you guys need to go. Step 2, we need to only travel in the jungle at daytime. We're gonna have to find places to hide in the night. The jungle gets pretty dangerous.
Well,
And-
since
I got
we
that
came
covered.
to the bookstore first, we still need to go and see about the mold. And then we need to go to the Emerald Forge.
Oh,
So-
so the mercury mold, right?
Yeah.
Don't waste your time with Aaron. I know where it's at.
Okay.
He sold it off one night when he was really drunk, and I remember there were some strange people that came to town, and I think they were part of that tribe that we were talking about, in the jungles. And yeah, I think that's where he left it. And he donated it to their serpent god.
Hmm.
Oh, it's dead now, isn't it?
I mean, no, it's not dead. No.
I thought we found it dead.
That was on Ixtal and a wrong thing.
Oh.
This is a
Some-
primordial known as the Hooded Serpent.
Hmm.
You're talking about Han,
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
who was a facade by a drifter.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, I forget now.
There's not
Oh.
really any point talking to him about that. I'm fairly certain I know exactly where it's at.
You won't have to worry too much about where we're sleeping at night, as I have a nifty little spell that'll allow us to sleep pretty soundly.
Well, that'll be really useful. You don't have an aversion towards dragons, do you?
Dragons? They don't
Yep.
exist.
Yes, they do. And
I've never met a dragon.
persuasion or deception check for Mamers.
Nope, that's gonna fail real bad.
I rolled a 15.
I have a -1 in deception, Bertie. You're okay.
That's a 3 for 1. She's not really. You're not really sure what angle she's taking, but she's being weird as hell, and obviously there's dragons.
Amorous, one day I'm going to ask you a question about the dragon that you've met. And then you're going to talk to me about that.
I've never met a dragon. I don't know what you're talking about. Yep.
Like,
Very strange.
weird lie. Yeah, so the serpent that they call it, the serpent, Pops doesn't normally let me read the books, but he left the cage open last night, and so I went and I read about it, and apparently the hooded serpent is a dragon in the jungle.
Wait. Your pops locks you in a cage at night?
No. He
No.
normally locks the books in the cage.
In our context, we were talking about that. Context clues within the sentence.
She just leans over to Tallulah. Is he okay?
And I'm sure you'll come to realize that he's really not okay. But, you get used to it, and it's quite endearing, really. It's really adorable at the end of the day, but, just don't take him too seriously, and you'll be alright.
Noted. Anyways, the serpent is supposedly a really big dragon. So we may either be convincing a dragon or possibly killing, but probably not.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
Maybe. parts for sure.
Yeah, sure. We can handle that.
So, anyways, whenever you're ready, let's go.
So
Oh.
the mercury mold first, then.
Yep. That
Is that
sounds
in the
like.
jungle? Did you say?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He made a deal with the tribesmen, and then they probably gave it to their dragon.
Is that okay?
You asking me, or are you asking yourselves?
Tallulah.
What?
You okay with that? We're gonna be going after a dragon?
We need the mercury mold, so I mean, I'm hoping that we can talk to the dragon and convince it to give us the mercury mold. If it attacks us, I guess we'll deal with that.
I don't think maybe me not talking would probably.
We'll be all right.
Oh, you don't want to talk to a dragon.
I really do.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
talked to a dragon.
Have you already talked to a dragon and it's not as fun anymore?
I've not talked to a dragon before.
I know you're lying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hi, Brian.
Alright,
Boy.
so
I don't know why you're lying to me. I thought we shared everything. But
Tallulah, she's not a lion, she's a furball.
thanks,
oh,
Narg.
my mistake. Sorry.
Appreciate that, Narg.
Okay,
Alright.
shall we? And she ushers towards the door.
Yep. We shall.
Very good. And off you lead
No.
into the
she
jungles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, off you, the collective, lead. So, let me just give you.
How long does that spell last?
Let me give you this one to look at for a while.
One turn.
Okay.
Hmm.
As you leave the city proper, the music stops in the distance, and you are surrounded by nature, and you are led your way through the jungle. It's relatively dense and pretty humid. In this far inland, it is pretty heavy.
It's beautiful.
And she's got what looks to be it's all those pixels. She has what looks to be a notebook that is obviously not her penmanship that she's reading while she's navigating and flicking through it. And she goes, "Okay, so any spider with snakes that bite you, make sure we double check the wounds. Mosquitoes, oh yeah, those just suck anyways. Oh, this one, the shadow beasts." And she holds the book back for you guys to look at, and it's this strange quadrupedal creature with a dark black hide that with these two strange like tendrils flowing off of its back. They tend to travel in. Need to be careful of those. That's why we travel in the daytime.
We'll travel whenever you tell us to travel.
Other than that, there's the Wojak tribe, and we need to be careful of them.
Oh, Jack.
Come
Whoa,
back,
Jack.
no more, no more, no more, no more.
Just whoa, Jack.
Hit the
Are
road,
they
Jack.
cannibals or something?
No, they serve the hooded serpent, so we just need to be on their good graces if we plan on the talking route rather than the killing route. They don't exactly like foreigners, but they can be convinced if they believe that the reason for your pilgrimage is to either serve or cater to their god, as it would the dragon. So if you have something of an offering, that would be a good idea. I don't know what you carry on your persons, but I don't exactly carry things that are offering worthy.
Okay.
Than that, there's blood beasts. If we go into any swampy areas, we need to watch our footing. There's blood leeches, and they're quite big.
So,
Otherwise,
how thick is this forest?
it's moderate density.
Okay.
Nard raises
So there
his
are
hand.
vines creeping down, but not quite to the density you would expect just yet.
Nard
Okay,
raises
then-
his hand.
But we can fly, right?
I-
We can take the pony. I'll give her
I
a
was
ride.
gonna say the area.
But we can all fly.
Can you cast fly on her? And I can only fly at
No,
night.
but I have a broom that I can carry both of us on.
Okay, but I can only fly at night.
You don't fly at night, you fly in darkness.
Yes, which would be nighttime.
Which is not dark nighttime. It's any amount of veiling from the sun, which would be in the jungle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're in a canopy of trees.
You're the boss man. That works.
Says if you're in dim light or more, I believe.
I wouldn't consider.
Have you
Forest
been
covering
have you
here.
been in a forest, a dense forest? It's
No,
dark.
because I don't do bugs. So
It
no.
gets dark.
All right. So
As you're suggesting flying and such, she says, I mean, we can do that for sure. I did want to kind of catalog stuff, so it would be nice if I could get a bird's eye view. No pun intended.
I'll pull out my broom and sit on it and kind of hover.
And she pulls out a small vial and drips it on the floor, and the mercury stops midair and turns into a wide disc, and she jumps on it.
Oh. I mean, yeah, sure. So she could have come on the broom with me. But
Alright.
okay.
yeah. So I'm preparing that and putting this one on.
So the only thing I would suggest if you are flying is when you're in the tree lines, the apes of Argol are up there, and I don't know. They may be upset that we're trespassing, but I don't know. Just
Offer them some what?
gold,
gold.
very reasonable. It's like kind of like paying a toll to use their passageway, I guess. You know what I mean? Trolls have bridges. Apes of Argol have their trees. And
Mhm.
she kind of gives a light chuckle and keeps moving forward.
Go. I want to keep a lookout. In general,
Okay.
just
Anyways, I don't believe because of someone's sword of warding.
That would be me.
Yep. Cannot be surprised.
Tallulah has a sword a bit like Amethyst's that lets the whole party know if we can't be surprised.
It'll hum to her and lets you know, threats are imminent.
It also wakes the whole party up if they're all within 30 feet of Tallulah if she's if they're asleep.
Oh, hey, by the way, as she's walking back or looks backwards on the assassins, avoid. And if you see a tree stump in the middle of a clearing screaming, ignore it.
why is it screaming?
Because there's a monster at the other end of the tree stump trying to kill you.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yep. Jungle's not exactly a safe place, and she's drifting on the disc.
All right, let's go.
Disc is just kind of looking at maps and just kind of looking up at the tree line, watching for the sunlight. And when it does creep through, she goes, okay, and keeps on marking down on the map. You will avoid a majority of the encounters, however, if you are not on the ground. After about an hour or so of travel, you guys do start seeing, with your passive perceptions being very high that they are, you will start to see in the tree line there are large ape-like creatures that begin swinging in tandem parallel.
I don't speak ape.
Bug.
Do they speak common?
You don't know?
I'm asking her because she obviously has seen them or has at least heard of them.
Oh, I mean, they're apes. Maybe. Probably not.
Okay. Have animal handling. I mean,
So they do start closing in on you, and there's about, you can see about around you, U shape.
Are they hungry?
No, you're using their traversing path. That's what she had said. Was you can negotiate or bargain with them.
All right. Well, let's get to bargaining because this is. We're
I'll
not going to
take
have them
out
following us the whole time.
I'll take out 100 gold and kind of hold it out, like just passing through.
Okay. Around at that point, the apes start closing in, and you can see they're wearing painted masks. Strange porcelain masks on their faces. Each one, you can only guess, painted by themselves.
Sick and
Unique to
tired of
each
masks.
individual. And one of them has a large plume of feathers on his head, as well as a mask. He begins beating on the tree.
Getting sick and
I'm
desperate.
guessing that that's the leader. So I'll motion to him. We'll try and do like, kind of like body language, try and mimic his body language and hold this bag of money and jingle it.
Okay. As you jingle it, a couple of them start making more noise. Slowly creeps towards you on the branch. He has his tail wrapped around the branch at the moment, swings down and back around it, and then up to you. At this
Be
point,
careful.
you can see the creature. This ape in particular is about 15 foot. Very big.
Wow. That's.
And it holds its hand out.
I will jingle the bag again and just kind of plunk it into his hand.
And he opens it up and looks inside and pulls one up with his thumbnail. Sniffs it. And he throws the bag back, and one of the smaller ones grabs it. And he holds his hand back out to you.
I thought that might happen.
And he'll
He
sniff
wants
it
to-
again. And he looks at Amorous and points at Amorous.
What's he want?
Moment.
More no, I don't have any.
Which one of you is Caesar?
He points
Oh.
at the blade on Amorus's back.
That
No.
that's not happening. No. Mm-mm.
I'll take out more money and I'll motion that it's like for the whole group. This is ours. This is for all of us.
How much more?
I'll try another 100.
And he points at the sword again.
No.
I'll
Have
take-
this. You can have this, and I'll hold out a mace.
I'll take out a drum and start kind of like plunking my bongos on it, and then motion to him and give it like see if he wants that. It's just a drum. Just do a few little like taps and stuff, and then hand that over.
At this point, Lucia has climbed up the tree and starts beating on her chest and goes, "Oh, oh." And he looks back at her, looks at Amorous, and points again, goes, and she starts making the monkey noises back and shaking her head no. And it looks like the big ape is giving like some sort of tantrum almost. And she looks back at you guys and goes, he's not happy with just the gold. He really wants the sword. He said the mace is pretty, but not pretty enough.
Some glitter. I'll throw some glitter.
As you do, some of the smaller apes go, woo!
See?
I'm gonna cast dancing lights all over the place.
Okay. You cast dancing lights, and more of the other ones start looking. And he goes,
Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Nice.
Wow. Of course I
Nice.
rolled a 20. Of course.
That's
a
tragic there.
madhouse, a
Yeah,
madhouse.
Accidentally clicked it.
And she goes, perhaps if you have illusory magic to pretend like it is that sword.
Hey, Yandi.
Not that kind of wizard.
Zoc, what kind of wizard are you? Jesus.
I can cast hypnotic pattern. And make it look like loads of like really nice swords, or just kind of dancing around.
That could work. Use it on the big guy. Hope he fails.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Are you doing that? What's the save?
My spell DC is 18.
For wisdom, charisma?
Oh, hang on one sec.
Well,
Hypnotic pattern. Wisdom 18.
that is a failure. So, as the swords begin circling around his head, he goes, oh, 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 oh. And he's just staring at them, enamored. And she goes, good. He's a...
Let's go.
Should I leave the mace here for them?
No, bring it with you.
I mean, I feel bad because, like, he thinks he's getting something. At least he should get one thing.
You're running out of time on hypnotic pattern.
He's had gold.
We're taking off.
All right. All right. We're going. We're going.
Okay, as you leave after... How long does hypnotic pattern last? Is it a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, after about a minute, you hear...
We're moving quick, right? We're not playing around.
It's distance. And she goes, well, that was kind of close, I guess. Whew.
Yep.
So much for just buying them off with some gold.
Okay, look. First off, books only do so much for people.
Yeah, and
It's
you
not
know,
a
gold.
surefire method, and I'm not the one who's flaunting a really impressive blade on my back.
Well,
It would have also been quite nice if you let us know that you could communicate with them before we,
Okay,
started that whole thing.
full composure? Didn't know I could. I was guessing.
All right, nice.
I've spoken with a...
Okay.
So I
Nice.
didn't know it was going to work. I just happened to know that dialect. 50-50 shot, really. I didn't know. So, I mean, in the future, I'll let you know if I know it. But that one was a shot in the dark that luckily worked.
You speak to dragons?
Yes. Yes,
Hey.
I am fluent in Draconic.
Good to know.
all right. So we're moving on. That was. I'm not putting my weapon away. My deity gave it to me, and I don't.
Look, you don't have to put it away. I'm just saying that, like, it's hard to negotiate gold when you have someone who has a really, really nice sword.
Can you cover it with your cloak or something so it's not there glinting in the,
I can stow my shield over it.
Just shield it.
The Pariah shield. So, not really. No.
Okay.
Okay. So first day goes by, first encounter passed. Whoever wants to do it can roll a survival check with advantage because you're being aided by, obviously, your navigator.
I have a +5 in my survival.
I've had +6.
Ooh, I didn't push that button.
Only got 3.
Anybody got better?
Nope.
1 is the low.
D20 and got a 20 on it.
Two
Sucks.
can be as bad as one.
I'll roll survival.
I just rolled an acrobatics check and got a crit on it as well.
Yeah,
So
rolled a 1. Well, rolled a 4. So yeah, of course.
You roll with advantage, though, because you have a navigator.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
24.
And you
There we
don't
go.
need super high numbers. You're in the jungle. It is higher, but it's not that high. But with a 24, you don't lose any time, and in fact, you gain time on this jungle expedition. And she says, 2 more days, and we'll be probably around where the Wojak tribe is. At least the outer. I think we probably need to camp for the night. So if you need to do whatever you need to do, we have about another 30-45 minutes of sunlight.
But this only takes like 10 minutes to cast, so you take your time. Do we want to push forward until that time, or do you really think we should stop here?
If you're casting the spell, you have to be stationary, stopped and doing it. You can't just be moving.
This is true, but what I'm saying is like move another 30 or 40 minutes, then stop, and then cast it.
I personally wouldn't risk it, but if you want to risk it, you can.
We should probably do it before it goes dark rather than wait till the sun goes down.
100%.
Yeah.
Cool. Casting Levon's tiny hut.
Okay.
Jeez, don't you have access to the bigger one?
No, not yet.
It's a 9th level spell.
It's not 9th, 7th, I believe.
The
Magnificent Mansion is not 9th level.
Okay.
Also,
7th.
cleric, not wizard.
Narg stands at attention and starts marching towards
Magnificent
moving
Mordenkainen's
lights.
Magnificent Mansion, 7th level conjuration.
7.
Alright.
It's also
bard wizard only. So
Yes.
I suggest that if you're going to, and I'm all for it, if you're going to stand guard tonight, you do it from inside the hut.
Yes.
He
I
doesn't
was
need to.
marching
We've
into
got
the hut. Hut,
I'm not.
hut, hut, hut.
Yep.
we've got
She got the
Nice. Nice
sword.
doesn't need to sleep.
Yes, I understand. But Narg was, marching into the hut, and I was just making sure. Okay. So I think we all fit in there because there's 6 of us, right?
Yes.
Suck in my tummy. Everybody fits. I can't breathe.
Oh, that isn't Amorous. Make an investigation or perception check as you're stopped and you're just kind of get a moment to glance and look around, get your bearing.
So you're
What's
not
in-
considered larger than medium creature, are you?
Oh, Yandi, that's tragic. Do what?
Nice.
Nice
he
as a
con-
medium.
No, medium. Yeah.
Okay.
Medium.
He's just tall. Okay.
We're all medium except me.
Narg, did you roll perception? Or investigation? Either or.
Yeah, I was trying to see if one of them was better than the other.
Should be perception now. Thanks to a book.
Yep. Should have
I
rolled
mean-
investigate the other one though.
Should be, but the dice always love to fuck you. West of you guys, due west, there is a strange glow in the tree line. And a light humming on the air.
What colour?
Red. Orangish red.
To the west?
Yes.
Like a fire.
No. More
To the
magical.
left.
Magical humming.
Should we go and investigate?
No. No, not at all. We should take a long rest and stay in away from everything in the dark that might want to kill us and eat us for dinner.
Sure.
It's not going to be clear, it's not going to be dark. It's going to be most of the upper light, so the sun is going to be in a place now where it's not casting light into the jungle as much. So it's going to get a little bit darker. So you're not into the evening 5:30. But he thinks that it's safer to be able to see everything in front of you rather than traveling. Because the jungle gets quite dark quite early.
I think we're okay. I do think that maybe we should. Well, I'm busy doing other stuff. I didn't see anything.
There's just for nice specifically, there's an impulsive pull from that direction in the west for you. Just something that not telling you to come over, forcing you.
Like, those anglerfish that live underwater that have little glowing things hanging off the top of their head that attracts little fish and then they go like that.
Anglerfish?
Less a creature and more of the primordial nature of Nice. His inner essence, his very being is calling him. Something that's relative to Nice.
Oh, must be a nice sediment.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Blip.
Okay. Is anyone else going with Nice?
I'll go with him.
Very good. You two. Anyone else wanting to go?
I think everybody else is sleeping.
Okay.
No.
They're not.
I am too busy doing the hut. I can't do anything.
And you find what looks to be a strange shrine with a glowing orb, a sphere of light in the center of it.
What do you mean you're too busy doing the hut?
I mean, like, the perception check was made for everybody but me. So I'm assuming that I'm doing the hut. It's a 10-minute cast time.
Correct. Takes a while. Yeah.
The casting time is 1 minute for Leomund's tiny hut.
If you're casting it as a spell, not if you're ritually casting it.
Are you ritually casting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, nice and Yandi, you can see in front of you. Isolated oasis, basically. With pillars of stone, and in the center, these red spheres of light.
I'm gonna let Nice do his thing. I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of humming and glowing, and as you look at Nice, it's almost like beneath his rocky surface, there's something in his chest beating the same color.
Anything else there? Creatures or anything?
Doesn't appear to be. I mean, there's birds and such above watching. Couple small monkeys. But otherwise, not so much.
Oh, go up, get closer.
Okay, feel free to move yourself. However close you see fit to do so. Okay. In Primordial specifically, you are an earth elemental, meaning in Terran, you can hear whispers, calls in your mind that of the ancestors of the earth.
Calls to do. Nathan?
To you, the fellow Terran. You who was born.
Let's gobble it then.
You step onto this platform here, and immediately the outer ring starts to glow this brownish orange. And all the pillars begin to glow as well in unison.
Does it feel hot or anything? Or is it just glowing?
No, it feels. It's like meeting an ancestor that you never knew. Picture of a family member, someone bearing your name that you've never met. And the orbs in the center begin to glow and light and form in a circular pattern. As you approach,
I'll reach out.
okay, you place your hand on it, and it's like a warm pool of water almost. It's comforting, feels normal. Doesn't feel like it's tugging or pulling on you. It's just subsides, and the orbs, the motes of light, go from flowing in a circle instead are now circulating.
Try speaking to it.
Okay, what do you say?
Just a greeting in general.
You hear a cacophony of whispers in your mind in primordial. Hello, greetings, welcome.
Ask what it's doing. What's its purpose?
It doesn't specifically speak, but it gives you the perception of sharing, like knowledge it wishes to share with you.
Any particular knowledge? Just sharing something, or is it waiting for a question?
It is trying to give you. It is trying to share knowledge with you. And the voices go from hellos and greetings to step forward, step into the ring.
Will do.
And as you do, your eyes glow white, and you are drifting through the cosmos as you see images flashing before your eyes. And it's not invasive, it just feels comforting and welcoming as you see the birth of this land and the jungle growing from a spark. Explodes, resetting the island and eventually forming the proper landmass that you live on, or you're now standing on. And from the heart of this volcano, you specifically can see what looks to be this massive earthen elemental, this lava and rock creature, this primordial force that is now slumbering and resting in the heart of the volcano. And your eyes snap back and you have a intimate connection with whereabouts that person is, where that primordial now rests. And in addition to that, I have put a feat on your character sheet, as the ways of the primordial have shown you. Pillars go dark, and Nice is back to himself.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's the feat?
Might have to refresh to see it.
Yeah, just reflecting.
You can share with them if you want or not. It's up to you.
Yeah. Strike of the Giants. Stone strike.
Cool.
Once per turn, when you hit a target with a melee weapon attack or a ranged weapon attack using the thrown weapon, you can review the attack with Stone Strike. The target takes an extra 1d6 force damage. The target the creature will succeed on a strength saving throw. DC 21 or be pushed 10 feet from you in a straight line. You can use it 4 times per long rest.
Indeed.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Head back to the camp.
Tell
Tell everyone what happened.
You bringing Yandy with you, or are you leaving him out in the jungle?
I'm gonna follow.
In that area of that primordial force, you saw it was forging with its own hands these strange metallic bars, these strange, almost prismatic elemental bars.
We should go ahead and pick those up.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I am going to the map of Bilgewater here shortly to show you. They are not, I can tell you this much, they're not far from you. The volcano is about a day and a half off of the beaten path. But it would just be a small. You very may or may not need.
I feel like since you brought them up, we're probably going to need
So
them.
you guys came into this inlet right here on Bilgewater, and you're going into the jungle proper, and the volcano sits on this section of the island.
Mhm.
So it'd be about a day and a half farther than where you're going.
I don't mind going. If it's something you think you guys need for your weapons.
I think we're going to need it for something. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
So, are we doing that now, or are we going to carry on with what we're doing now and then go and do that after?
Well, I think we're going to carry on with what we're doing now.
Yeah, because is it away from where we're going? To the side of?
It's just back into Bilgewater.
It's northwest of where you need to be.
But we're moving north from Bilgewater?
You're moving north and then east inward. So northeast technically, but not really. Like you're going north and then east.
Where's the volcano?
To the northwest.
Okay.
Important, may not be. Who's my studious? I guess that's Yandi, huh? Make a history check, Yandi. DC is 20.
Let me add that D6 to it.
You.
I'm insulted.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
What, let the intelligence-based people use their intelligence?
22.
22.
I'm proficient in history.
You're fairly certain, yeah. Be proficient and not have read certain things. There's plenty of books I haven't read in my life, and I'm quite studious. Anyways, 22, you're fairly certain that you remember recalling one way or another, either in passing conversation with other acolytes or otherwise, you're not certain what time, but it doesn't really matter. But you remember them talking about something called element.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said then. I was trying to make notes, but Rob started shining a flashlight right in my eye.
Elementium bars. They can only be made by primordials. And they're extreme.
Nice, aren't you a primordial?
Not a primordial, the primordials. Like the original 5 that existed.
So Knight's a Primordial Junior.
He's a descendant, yeah.
Do you know what Elementium bars are for or what they do?
I know they're extremely rare and extremely important. We'll probably need them for something later.
Do you know what they're for and what they do?
Well, you're trying to go get a mold, and you got a forge. What are you missing?
The bars.
Mm-hmm.
The forge.
So we need to do that before we go to the forge then, because otherwise we'll figure out that.
Yeah, it would be smart to do that before we go to the forge, so we don't have to, dig around backtracking.
And not do it
I mean,
unsmartfully.
at the moment we're heading to go and get the mold, aren't we? So maybe get the mold, then get the bars, then go to the forge.
The mold at the forge?
Nope.
No.
Okay, yeah, then let's go get the mold.
The mold is with the hooded serpent, which is their god, which is in fact a big fuck off dragon.
Oh, it's a fuck around and find out dragon.
A big fuck off dragon.
Oh, okay. So one we could kill.
You
Or
can
we
certainly
negotiate with it.
Or we can talk to it, yeah.
you can certainly try to fight it if you'd like to. That is always an option.
I'm surprised someone of your age has never encountered a dragon before, Yandy.
Yandi. She asked somebody of your age hasn't encountered a dragon before.
No, I just said that
So you're surprised.
I'm surprised that he hasn't.
I don't know. Are dragons common in this world?
Um.
Aren't you like 1,000,000,012 though? I mean,
Ability 12. I
So
love it.
there's a Bennyism for you.
dragons used to be a lot more common, but you were in the industrial age of man, where it's quite hard for dragons to exist openly because with man, everything they've created is intended for destruction. Dragons would have hunted. So a lot of them have taken to fucking off and staying to themselves because they'd rather not be bothered. But there are like certain cities and certain like less established, like not Piltover and Zon, but more to the Freljordian side as well as the Shirimans. There are certain like tribes and cities that are protected by dragons and still go by the old ways because they don't have the technology. So they do exist, but a lot of them have taken to staying sequestered and hidden because mankind likes to hunt down the exotic and unique.
People like to kill stuff because they are fuckheads.
And there's a lot of money in it, but yes. Essentially that.
So I may have seen dragons and not realized it. That's what I'm telling.
There is one in. There is a specific dragon in Ixtal that exists. That is the spirit dragon Ramuh. Ramuh. And Ramuh is a protector of the forest, but he's also a spirit. Like, he's dead, but his spirit lives there to protect it. So you may have run into Ramuh or seen it in passing, possibly, but you've not seen a live dragon, I guess, to your knowledge. No. That one also has caveats because it really wasn't there. That's the whole thing. Is out a game that's a dream dragon. It lives and exists in the dream world. So it's even different. I mean, like red, blue, green, yellow, black, brown. You've not seen those dragons. But you may have seen Ramuh the spirit dragon one or two times possibly.
Yeah, it's not like I've been around for a millennium, just a couple of centuries.
Yep.
Just 1,000,000,012 years.
Morgan's been around for longer than most people. The dragon Ramuh. He knew of the dragon that died in Zon underneath it, but he didn't see it.
So that's what that thing that's not dead that is huge underneath Zon that we saw?
There's a couple things, but yes. There's the fallen king who's in there, as well as a dragon that was taken. So this is the fallen king. Remember this map? It's been a while. This is the fallen king.
I was not there for that map.
No, I know. And then this is the dragon. This is we got fun.
Yeah, I remember doing that. I wrote that.
Love that for you. But anyways, Morgan knew of that dragon, but he did not see it.
Yeah, okay.
Dragons don't tend to be like, "Hi, I'm a dragon. What's up?"
No, they go, "Hi, I'm a powerful sorcerer. Go fuck off."
Or I'm a guide, a shepherd meant to push you forward in your endeavors. Stuff like that. Depends on
Yep,
the
I'm gonna
dragon.
push you forward off a cliff.
Not all of them are evil. The metallic ones tend to actually be good. Mostly as evil. The gem ones somewhere in between. Some gem ones are good, some gem ones are bad.
I don't perceive good and evil the way normal people do.
That's a good
Lulu.
way to look at it because no one's ever black and white, you know?
So, Tallulah, why are you asking about dragons all of a sudden?
Because
You're
we're
gonna go
about to
meet
go.
a dragon.
Because we're about to go freaking meet one.
Right, but I mean, like, we're gonna go meet a dragon that we knew about earlier yesterday. You were asking me about dragons too.
Because somebody mentioned a dragon, and you weirdly said, "I've never mentioned I've never met a dragon. Honestly, I've really never met a dragon." And you were like really like weird about it, and I was like, "Amherst is lying. I don't know why she's lying, but she's lying. That's weird." I said that because of what you said.
All right. I didn't know if you were getting really excited to go meet a dragon or something.
It's pretty exciting, but also terrifying. Hopefully.
Yeah, Tallulah's like a raisinette.
How?
She's small and just pops right in the mouth.
A raisinette? What?
Wow. Chocolate covered raisin.
Try putting me in your mouth. I'll fight my way out.
All right. Are the boys back yet?
Yeah, we're gonna go get that mold.
You're gonna rest for the night first, but yeah.
I'm going to try and blend this in with the trees and the foliage as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Around or a beastie wanting to beat up on us wouldn't really see us too well.
Okay. You can change the opacity, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is it invisible?
It's not. It's opaque.
those of you who don't sleep, that'd be nice specifically, you will be awake. As you do see and hear something rustling in the trees as it approaches the dome for a while. Bipedal, somewhat semi-ape-like, somewhere between a weird ape and a rhino, maybe? As it stops in the clearing and just sniffs the area. And you are almost like coming face to face with this creature, nice. But you're obvious as it's just
Yeah.
sniffing and looking. There's a picture of it.
Oh, it's adorable. I remember fighting some of those. Never mind.
And
Those-
eventually, go on.
I'll say those look like they'd be fun to ride.
Eventually, it hobbles onward and past you, drifting into the darkness. And you hear a loud screeching noise in the distance, somewhere between a humanoid and something not human. some strange nightmarish howling. Outer dome. Do you want to make a perception check to try to see him nice? You may. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
He should have tremor sense.
I know, right?
Said he should have tremor sense.
13.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, it's not bad. Especially since you have dark vision. You can see a creature quadrupedal with an elongated mouth and a strange black tongue and almost human-like teeth. And out of its back are two external arms that are sprouting. There's a picture of it. As it makes that human-like screaming noise again. And as it's closer this time, it's almost like you can hear it. As it wanders into the clearing and screams again. The noise not coming from its mouth, but these weird gills on the side of its neck. And it sits on a rock and almost completely blends in with it. It just turns like a jet black silhouette over the rock. And eventually the smaller ape-like creature wanders into the opening and is sniffing around. And it gets to about 3 feet near that creature and it pounces on it. Eventually, it just kind of finishes consuming this creature and will travel back, slowly creeping through the woods again with that hollering noise again.
Find it.
Hmm?
It was almost like it was trying to find us.
No, it's an ambush predator. It's luring things to it.
I just realised I don't have dark vision.
You don't?
Because I had the belt of Dwarvenkind for such a long time, which gave me dark vision.
Oh.
Now I've got a different belt on, so.
You're okay. I already gave it to you. It's more fun to explain those creatures anyways. They're fun.
Interesting.
Maybe you can get some Googles of dark visionness.
Or you
Yeah.
good idea.
And nice, as you were observing that, Lil Red there is sitting up and just watching with you. And she just goes, Shadow Isles. Nobody really knows how they got here, but they were placed here some centuries ago. They're terrifying.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're able to have slept? Question mark?
Yep.
Or did
Morning
we
comes.
get up and deal with these guys?
No, there's nothing to deal with. I was just showing you a cool monster.
Mhm.
I'm guessing it's one of the things that only come out at night time,
Correct.
which is why we're traveling during the day.
Morning does come though. Sun rises. You guys are able to recollect yourselves, stretch for the morning, and figuring out what lays ahead. And we're gonna have to end the session for tonight there.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okie doke.